Okay, so today I think I finally solved the issue of why those black bars were happening. You have to first open like the BlueStacks thing, then open the game, and then go straight and press F11 once the game is open. If you try to maximize it before, like the BlueStacks itself, before you open the game, it opens in a different orientation. And also, if you use like the controls on there, you should just use F11 directly itself. So we're having this tough love of being in rank 30 is tough. No win streaks, and as the patented win streak abuser, I didn't know that that's actually how it would work. Like, really, it should start at rank 40 or 45 or something. So I'm known as a win streak abuser like in Hearthstone, because I would sometimes win and lose the same number of games, but because I would win streak. In my range, we don't have even in my range, I don't have win streaks either, so it's going to be even worse. But, you know, I thought it wouldn't happen till later, or I thought it might not happen at all. But no, like in Hearthstone, I'm known as that. Like, I could lose more games than I win, but still make progress, because you go on a win streak, you get a rank, then you lose a couple games, it doesn't matter, because you're milking the win streak as much as you can. And there it only stops at the very end, like Diamond 5. In this, it would be like rank 45, it would stop till 50. Like, that's all you would have to worry about. So, in some ways, this is more hardcore than what we have there. You know, that way. So I've gone through like the 7 stages of grief with this whole attempt to do the Permadeath challenge. The idea that, you know, you're able to time on the Yeti and combustible, I believe, as far as the rotation of what I'm trying to do. I don't know why it says 1 there, because 1 what? Like, oh, look at him, what the fuck? He's already there, bro. This dude is hardcore. I'll represent the deck to you right now if I'm a zombie, sure. Yeah, you can be whatever you want. Oh, and he has that, one of my favorite cards in the game as his icon. The Octo Zombie is so cool. All right, let's do Combustible, which actually does give me the best chance to beat some of these decks that are going to be really good. Right, like I've beaten rank 40s with it before. I almost beat a rank 50 once. Not saying I could do that the majority of the time, but... And yeah, those were even on the ladder because of how stupid... I feel like I never actually used that card, the height thing. You know, it buffs everything if it's on a height or an environment. Which I like, at least when those two are lumped together. But no, I've gone through like the 7 stages of grief with this rank 50 Permadeath challenge finale with the series. Because like I go from saying, oh, it's not a big deal, this is a casual game so I can easily just do it. I go from that to, everybody uses that fucking card. You know, oh, it'll be easy, it's not a big deal, to, okay, it will be a big deal, but it's only because it'll take a lot of time, right? And so I said, okay, now I'll replace my chess sessions that I would do extra whenever I have free time with this instead. And then from there, we get to, from there we say, okay, even that won't be enough now, so I'm just going to abuse the win streaks and play more often. And then I realized, oh, even that's not enough, so my collection is just not good enough, but I can't do anything about it. Right, the no crafting and other formats, which I hate to use that even as an excuse. And then from there, I also say, you know, okay, now I'm going to have to... We have 0 brain, so... See, now I'm playing on the board too much, so I'm already going against my whole initiative here, but I guess I really had no choice. Yeah, I go from saying it's not a big deal to let me sacrifice my other extra time, like playing chess, to then, okay, my collection's not good enough to let me try to abuse the win streaks. And then the final leg is like, oh, now I can't even abuse the win streaks, so now I have to give up my whole schedule. Removing these takes a lot of cards. Yeah, it's not really worth it the way I'm playing this, but... I don't even care about the con man too much right now, but... The reality is that, for fuck's sake, see, I shouldn't even have worried about it, but I'm not really playing this one the right way, but I feel like you sometimes have to, I even want him to do that. I don't even care. But then again, the damage it does will be deadly damage too. Even though it's a waste, it's gonna die anyway. Or no, since it didn't do damage, I guess it won't. This don't be a way to deal with this. Yeah, the stage of grief that we're on now is like, oh, now I have to give up my whole schedule, everything I normally would do, and I'm still going to have trouble doing it too because of how long it's going to take. So those are like all the excuses or all the other extrapolation. See, by being in this position, we could still almost do it now if I That's root, not leafy. Well, I'm pretty much dead anyway, but... whatever extra damage I do here is not even going to be relevant because of the simple fact that, like, you know, that 3 wouldn't have killed him, so... now the strike through would kill me, or the other dude would kill me. So see, this is why combustible is so awesome, though. Like, the reality is... oh, okay, of course. Well, he didn't know that that was going to happen, but I would have died to the bullseye con man anyway next turn. Good game. Like, he always gives you a chance, right? Like, look how close we still got him, even though I thought I had no chance of winning that. And I arguably played that very wrong. It's very OP. Okay, let's go to infinity. Infinity, you mean? Yeah. Let's see what we have. I have to play as the Yeti next. Yeah, those are like the whole layers of excuses, right? Okay, so I don't have enough time, so then I sacrifice some other sessions of stuff I do. Then, oh, I don't have a good enough collection, but there's nothing I can do about that. Then, oh, you know, I'm going to sacrifice all my categories overall, but I still might have trouble because we have to win 5 out of, like, whatever, right? Not that I have to win 5 in a row, but this is going to be very, very irritating. Like, I'm obviously going to still try, but I'm feeling a bit discouraged because just the win percentage that I have to go for now is utterly off the chain. So you have like 2, 3, 4, and I'll even keep the 6. I definitely like the Yeti and the... if only the Yeti or the Smash could use Bad Moon Rising, it'd be so much better. I don't like the way Super Brains really plays outside of that. That could be worth it, but I think I'll save it for something later. Chomzilla can be very dangerous at times. Yeah, this dude is the first one that we've seen this month obviously get to rank 50. Doesn't seem like a lot of the other people are even trying this month. I feel like Fox is typically always up there. We'll go here. But yeah, next we're going to complain that we're getting stream sniped by people. Not that they would even know that I'm playing this game. But then again, everybody would just look at that anyway, like, what is this? What is that monstrosity of a card? Like, you know, oh, everybody's like, chat, are we gonna reach rank 50? I mean, he obviously is. I'm not entirely sure about myself. But I have to have some faith and confidence, so... this one is like a non-negotiable format too. Like, I have no choice. If I don't do it, I have to delete my whole fucking account, which might not seem that consequential considering that I probably won't play this that much after that anyway, but it would be nice to at least have it to come back to with so many of the lucky breaks that we've gotten and everything. Fuck. So what you have is the simple reality that you know, people would just look in the category period like, wow, somebody's actually streaming this game, so it would make you sort of stand out a bit. You know, nothing about my name would suggest that I'm a streamer. It's not like I have, you know, .tv or TTV or whatever the fuck people put in their name, right? It's just a name. So we are trying to play for the board here, so I'm happy with that. And so yeah, see, I'm in a good position. That was a very impactful thing to get there, and that's something I wish I almost had in my collection because everybody seems to use it. The meta in this game would be more stale than any other game in existence, because any other card game, because well, that maybe wasn't the best timing to do it, but because again, there's just such a limited number of cards for each purpose that there's only going to be like, you know, you could afford to even do that. Fuck it. You know, like, it's not only are there a limited number of cards, but like at each cost, how many 6-cost cards are there like this that you could potentially replace it with or play it instead? He's losing. It's like, you know, every card is like fit for purpose. So there might be a card that you think, oh, this card isn't that good, but it doesn't matter if it isn't that good, because it'll be like rank 50 should give free wins. Yeah, because they're not playing for anything, I guess, right? They're just playing to show off. I don't know if there's like a, you know, rank 50 tier that opens up like legend rank 1, but you know, it's a case where what do you call it? Just the fact that oh, that was pretty clean. See, that makes it seem like not so bad. This guy is rank 30, right? Rank 32, but that was such a smooth, kind of comfortable game. It means it could have just gone badly for him and well for me, but this is going to be very frustrating because of all the back and forth. So every day I should try to get like at least 2 ranks. And if I do that all the way up until the 15th now, I would still be able to do it at that pace, even as absurd as that seems. Like, I just basically give up trying to do anything else. I'll barely be able to do this, period. But no, yeah, like every card is like fit for purpose. So it's like, oh, there's this one card with this effect, like the grape that does 1 damage to everything, right? Like, oh, that card's not good, but it doesn't matter because if you want an AoE, that's the only card you're gonna have like that, right? There's very, very few. The chickens and stuff like that. I almost would be willing to keep this for the 3, 4, 5, 6. I almost would be, but let's not quite do that. You have a 1, 3, yeah. I don't know. I sometimes feel comfortable keeping 3s and 4s because you want something to play. Very fitting to play the Crazy Cat Lady when I'm also the Crazy Cat Lady in terms of rank 31's icon. So they're only a measly rank 6. You would have hoped that you would have gotten something there, but so I get 2 cost. What you have is the ability to... Okay, I guess we can just do this. You know, it just gives me something to play, period. That is a pretty sexy statting, the health value there. So now it's a 2/6. And of course it gets buffed every turn I play something else, which I won't even make a point to try to do that. When a gravestone played here, get +1. It shouldn't be when a zombie's revealed from a gravestone here. Well, I guess it would have to be though. I would just say it should be everywhere. Make a copy, yeah. What's interesting with these is if you return it to your hand, one of them, oh, maybe not. There's another one like the pairs and stuff where one of them will, like if you return it to their hand, one of them will make a copy again when they play it, but one of them won't. It is just sort of the copy itself, you know? But this one will actually kill those adequately, if I'm not mistaken, to, I mean, unless they draw cards right now. So this will be good. Everything's good with the board. Yeah, I like the Yeti and the Smashes playstyle because they're very board focused, and that typically is my preferred style of play. And this game does sort of allow you to do that more than most, with how like over bloated some of the metas get, or not even metas, but just the card count. So that's the one advantage here, that you're in like this utopian state where the game is always going to be the same, which is sometimes something you crave for, but not really. You could just ask for like a classic version of the game instead of that. It's not that I'm not enjoying doing this, but I don't enjoy the pressure associated with like the time aspect, right? I can put forth a high level of play and do what I have to do, but it's just dumb sometimes. So unfortunately, even with the effect, it still will kill my shit. This might be the best bet, or... I don't really know. I mean, the cat lady would be off the chain here, but there's not much I can do about it still. So I'm going to lose to these fucking little... What is it? Veloci Radish? These are 2 card games that make me want to see an MMO version of them. I want to see a PvZ MMO, like in the universe. The only genre that they really haven't tapped into. And then also, I want to see one for Magic the Gathering, which they were planning some kind of game for that, but they never followed through with it. Imagine how crazy this would be if it was cumulative, though, like where it didn't matter. Okay, at least we get rid of one of them. This would also be pretty good. But I mean, you kind of do want to focus on the board. I mean, that's the whole beauty of it. It makes it seem like, oh, look at my pet synergies, but it really wasn't meant to be fully like that. It was more just... you know, I happen to have a couple pets, but I also happen to have a couple sport zombies, so it's a little mishmash of synergies or lack thereof. -1. I guess I'll just do it. I mean, they have very little left in their hand, so you wouldn't have expected this game to be too difficult. And it makes me seem like, oh, I'm a pay-to-win try-hard kind of clown, but this has been a year's worth of work, so that should be enough. Like, it's a good way to test it. Can you play the game for a year, an hour a week, casually, and would that be enough to would that be enough to actually get to rank 50? And the answer is definitely it should be enough. I mean, even with not being able to craft, if you could just have opened packs instead of doing the event card shit that I did, probably that'd be better off. Pretty much the only one that was really worth it was Bad Moon Rising, or maybe like the football guy was pretty good too, the 6'5" and stuff. The stupid Psychic Spoon was a waste, or some of the other ones. I should review, like, which event cards have I gotten over the course of this run? And the answer is probably way too many. You got to realize that I could have opened 5 packs for each one, but it was sort of my one indulgence or guilty pleasure in a run where I didn't have any other way to choose what I'm getting, obviously. So it's the closest thing to crafting that I really got. This guy's animations are so much cooler than they have any business being. Unfortunately, I might lose now, which makes really no sense at all. I don't get it. Like, what? How did that happen? I had so much good value on the board. I should have maybe just tried to go face at some point, but I'm going to lose to a rank 6 over here. Play something big, and then I at least feel validated for wasting this turn. They really outlasted me somehow. What? Oh, shit. Maybe this is worth it. I am so confused right now. Because those could get out of hand more so later on. I'm very surprised by that game. See, this is the kind of shit you got to take advantage of. I'm playing a rank 6 and rank 30 plus, and I'm still losing. Like, how? Oh, that would just kill him though. But I'll die first. And if I had put it there, it wouldn't have mattered because I would have taken 6 anyway. So I'll actually chalk that up to maybe I misplayed something earlier on. Like I was trying to play a little bit too defensively on the board, but that was even a good top deck that I got something so high cost that I could take advantage. See, this is the kind of shit that'll just piss you off though. Like, what am I supposed to do, man? Okay, combustible goes to Wall Knight. You'll just be stuck in place. It's not that I won't be winning games, but it won't matter. You have to get a couple lucky disconnects. But yeah, I do like this whole idea of farming the lower rated players. People would discredit it and say that, like, oh, haha, you only did it because you kept getting these favorable matchups against lower ranked players. But the reality is that it doesn't matter because when you're a low rank, you have to play higher ranked players too. So when I was ranked 10, I had to play rank 30s. And when I'm ranked 20, I have to play rank 40s. Like, you know, so you had to fight your uphill battle that way too. So in that sense, the ranks are sort of just cosmetic. Because the real meaning of a rank is you're supposed to play people around that rank to make it meaningful, but it's not like that at all. That was a crazy upset, though. I've become the very thing I used to make fun of. Like, oh, look at me, I'm rank 6 and I'm beating a rank 30. Pay to win, try hard clown. Even if that's not exactly what I am, it's still shocking that you would be able to do that. Yeah, just give me a couple disconnects like this fucking guy, man. It's just so time consuming. It really makes me upset. It makes you feel like I could brute force it, but I would have to do it like 12 hours a day, every day kind of thing. Or again, just have a much better collection, which I just don't have. Yeah, like what do you even play for at that point? So this guy really, his pace was incredible that it's not even halfway through the season yet. Or it's like exactly halfway. Okay, he has like my idea of going all full aggro face, but it probably won't work against somebody as defensive as me here. I don't really like Wall Knight as much as those other two, even though he's sort of mid-range too, because I don't really have a win condition with him. I have to win like a little bit early with some of these buffs and board value, which he has done pretty well overall, but I can't really reconcile it because, you know, it's not really that good. You would need something more. The cornucopia, for example, would be the perfect thing because I would always be able to play it because I always last that long no matter who I'm playing against. And that's kind of the top end value that you need. Okay, bro, you're going a little bit too far here, dude. Like, what the fuck is that? Maybe he had nothing else to play. He's copying my patented style of play here, but this is a very good value card actually. But let's see what he does. But yeah, I mean, if you can't beat a rank 6, you don't deserve to do this. Why is he so fucking slow, bro? And then it's not like the plays he's making are justified either. He's just fucking face damage, wasting removal on the face. Not that he would really be able to do much on here anyway. Oh my god. Just disconnect, man. I've never seen anybody like really flag or time out. The art style of this almost reminds me of WarioWare sometimes, like how, I don't know, it has that, there's that one Jimmy or whoever this guy reminds me of, if not Michael Jackson himself, which they apparently had some controversy with it, but it still looks like that in PvZ, or maybe that's just my version of the game, but they maybe updated it to take it out. So we could do this. It's not very good, but we could do that to trade in. Or now it gives me incentive to do something else, honestly, but right, just keep the board clear as much as possible. That's kind of what caused me to lose maybe the other game, that I was too fixated on board control and I should have just tried to go for the kill, but it just felt like the right way to play it. Yeah, I don't feel too intimidated by this one here, so you do the team up. There's not much reason to do the other spine apple. This would be good because it would finish off his other clown ship, but then again it would kill some of my things. But I guess I'll just deal with that because, you know, it'll kill the one. Well, it would have happened anyway. Like if I didn't do that, then my, you know, it would have traded in anyway. I guess I just miss out on the strike through damage. And I love the way that AoE sort of synergizes with the or any AoE would sort of synergize with the mirror nut, where you're going to do all the damage every time. So, you know, you have double walnuts in every lane, and then you have your own cactus trigger. Imagine that's going to like one-shot them if it wasn't for the block meter. That would do like 16 damage. So we're in a pretty good spot here, but this is the problem too. This is still my win condition, aside from now the Loco Coco, which is pretty convenient. Imagine how bad it was before I had that. Like, you know, I didn't have anything to work with. That's like my ace play, which it is pretty good if you play it the right way, but I often have had to play it. I haven't played it much, period, but like when I have, sometimes you just play it in a suboptimal, desperate way. Not really like, you know, not really an optimal thing where you get the +3 and you get the every evolution aspect to it. You got to give me like a 4-game win streak, then you could lose 1, then win 2, something like that. I don't expect to win 5 in a row, really. I might not have ever really done that, even with disconnect considerations. This thing is pretty good too. But again, at some point the health starts to be meaningless and you don't have enough firepower. At least we sort of solved that black bar issue, I guess. So you'll go here, you could do that and draw a card. Like, does it really matter? You're always doing them at the same time anyway, so you may as well. It's not like with the zombies where, oh, I can do it in the trick phase, you know, separately. I could put down either the environment or the mine. I might do the mine so I can do something else along with it. And so we can do both of those. Have a bias towards the left side here is fine. It's like I'll do well in the early game, but then I don't know what I'm gonna... It really will come down to, like, will I get something really good from a conjuration effect that's like a high cost card? Because if I do that, that's something I don't normally have, so then I wouldn't have a choice anyway. Let's fill this shit up with nuts. I'm very happy about that. You got to spread it out as much as possible, right? Don't worry about the team up for now, because you're just trying to stay safe. Build a wall. What we should have done, like Trump said in 2016, then we wouldn't have all this issues with illegal immigration. And I love how many fallacies are used in that conversation. Like, oh, that must mean you're, you know, that means you're against immigration itself. But it doesn't mean that. Or, oh, it's somehow about race, but you don't even know the race of the people necessarily coming in. There's people coming in from all around the world. So there's so many fallacies that people try to propagate with that. Right? It just means you want to have a proper legal process to enter, which every country in the world basically does. Now, this would be a killer play, really. Wait a second. Oh, he gave me that because I was going to say, yeah, cower before the power of my nuts. Ha ha ha. Very funny. So many nut puns you could potentially make. So are you going to be the one who gets me to 32? Like, everybody's going to have their signature moment where they'll have their highs and lows, but I think every single one has had a chance to shine because I keep rotating every time I lose to another hero. So we're not giving one of them too much screen time or anything. This is actually not a terrible hand, but I don't really like... you know, it's a good curve, so I can't argue with it. And that's actually very nice because when a player player, there's going to move anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm not a big fan of doing this as just like a static play now, though. Like, it's better for like something later, like a 3-5 or, you know, something a little higher value. Or some weird effect type minion that has like weird statting to it. So that's good as a basic removal, especially for something that otherwise wouldn't be very easy to deal with. I do have that guy now myself, who is a sort of a pseudo meta card because it's good in so many situations. And it can create a lethal where they wouldn't otherwise expect it. Like, oh, I'm relying on the block meter to save me, and then something else happens. I don't... You could do that, but I don't really want to do it. But then again, there's nothing else to give attack to, so you may as well. Right, that's still going to trade in pretty favorably here. I can't say that pumpkin is really too good, though, because it's sort of very slow of a play that is not really giving you any extra value. It's just like it's giving you exactly the same statting to something else that you would have. So you could just play it, you know, pretend it didn't have that effect. You could just play it for 3 and then play something else. So it's a net negative, kind of. There's nothing I can really do about that guy. And this might be a little greedy and early to play this because there's nothing really even out there. But I just love him so much. I can't help it. So now let's sort of just try to purely react to what he's doing. So you have, this could be okay here. I could do this, but it almost doesn't feel entirely worth it. Like, I don't know what's happening. You might have just a deadly thing coming in here, but as long as I protect the mirror nut, I almost don't even care. But you could maybe have said, oh, I should have done that. Right, he's not really doing anything. Our board is looking okay. I'm not a big fan of relying on these environments so much, but here I'll do a 3 and 3 because I think he's certainly going to summon something somewhere else. So yeah, I'll do it now. But, you know, I'll do the conjuration. I mean, that's really what you're fiending for, and that's one of the best ways to think in a free-to-play sense. Like, oh, I'm gonna, oh shit, I'm going to actually be able to, I really wasn't expecting anything that big. But thanks to the little The vines, we actually succeeded in killing it. Makes me feel like I'm a damage over time build, like I'm a warlock or something. And wow, like just you're doing like these little incremental amounts of damage in, you know, various forms, but not anything big. So that was kind of a good teamwork moment. Oh shit, but that still farms the nut damage out. How does that work with the block meter? It all happens at once, doesn't it? Or wait a second. Oh, you know what? That doesn't even count as a nut. I don't... Wait. I forget. Wait, this will be fine still. You can use that. You can't do that. I should, like, do this in the Astrocato, I guess. When this does damage, you get +1. So the thing is that this is a very good card. I mean... See, maybe they would have died if I just let them hit the nut, because then it's gonna... whatever. Right, some of the damage of that would be residual. I've lost some games in situations like this where it seems like I'm winning by such a massive margin, so it's kind of a little strange. You could do these two together, and the way that you can do that is... or will it just come back now? Oh no, whenever it's played there. So it doesn't mean that that's necessarily going to... Oh, that looks pretty cool though, the way the thing sticks around there, the pumpkin. Now it comes down to the block meter. Will that kill it or not? And it doesn't. Like, that's not even up to me, because it's just a bullshit mechanic, especially with the randomness of it on top of everything else. But now the nut thing alone would almost kill you. Or, okay, even the strike through, right. Have so many lethal means of lethal that even I'm forgetting them myself. Okay, see, we're on a bit of a streak here, but can we actually maintain it to get to 32? Because as soon as you get to 32, then I don't give a shit, right? Then you can breathe a sigh of relief and lose as many as you want. But you gotta fucking do it here, and it's just so frustrating. Rank 39. I mean, these are the kind of people we're gonna have to deal with, though. As I've been having to kind of do anyway. You got a 1, 2, 3, 3, but I'm not entirely happy because you have no real ability to, you know, even if you play a gravestone here, do I really care? Because it's a case where I would rather have another 2 and I'm just not getting it, so fuck off. That's such a harmful play for the pace of the game here. A lot of people say that card is good, but I don't really like it. -1 is just not good enough, right? That's still going to stick around now. This guy is good. I mean, I'm even questioning the pumpkin's value, but at least it has some upside beyond this. So we definitely are playing on the board here, even though I think that's a battle I'm going to lose as against the Smash, especially, and a good deck probably that he has. +2 in Frenzy, which is still not that big of a deal. Right, so his plays so far have been pretty weak. And we have, even though I'm not the biggest fan... Or you know what I should do? Well, I'm not going to get rid of that, though, is the thing. What would this even be like? We'll get rid of the gravestone. We're just sort of playing stuff just to play it at this point. But the good thing is that you get to, that would actually have been pretty harmful. Destroy one of their nuts or berries. That was sort of an unnecessary play to make the cactus this good, but somehow the flag bearer doesn't bother me too much because it would imply that he's just going to run out of cards here at some point, so I don't know. You can do this and you can heal. And so... See, this lane's already going to be too high priority of a target, so what if I'll do it there and then I'll set up to do something else in the process. So go ahead and play as many things as you want right now. And my board is pretty good, but Okay, fine. At least that takes away emphasis from the walnut. And that's to be expected. Okay, it's just gonna drag out a while, and he's gonna have some more top-end value. So, yeah, I was winning there in the early game, and now it's just not gonna materialize because it's gonna go on for too long now. This guy can be pretty good too. Fuck off. This is all well and cute, but it's not going to really matter because I'm just gonna get destroyed. Fuck. You're just not gonna have quite enough going on here. Right, if he has something else big, I'm just done for, even if he doesn't. Oh, shit. I mean, it doesn't have strike through, but it does have frenzy, so I don't think I can really do anything about that. I don't understand, really. See, by letting that one cost hit, then at least you will get the block meter here, I suppose, in such a way that or one or the other was going to give me the block meter, so that'll even stall out another turn. You shouldn't give up too early, but I'm not happy about this. Right, you would... Okay, dude. That would at least kill it, I guess. Or I somehow should have tried to use the Astrocado there, but nothing has... I'm definitely going to die just from the frenzy shit alone, so if I can finish them off between this turn and somehow next turn, but I don't know how, that would make sense. Right, they'll take a certain amount of damage just from that effect. Oh shit. See, why didn't the second one damage him then? It's like it was bugged out within the same sequence of... Look how low he is, bro. If I could put something there and kill it with the thing, with the squash. This is such an important game because I don't want to lose the momentum. Not that we're really on a win streak that matters, but it's just like... Again, anything you hit is still going to do a certain amount of damage to you, so like... I'd hit you for 2, you would take the difference there. I just don't see it though. Like, I'll do that. And so what happens is I think it's -2. If only this was a nut, you would actually have died because... Or... Not really, I don't know. At least that one was within the realm of being able to do it here, but... Right, because you would have taken the residual damage of... Yeah, the spine apple isn't actually considered a nut, even though that seems very odd. Okay, we did that, so now we'll do the smash. It's like the mid-range fiesta. You know, try to get me to rank 32 with the 2 best mid-range decks that I have. Not really, though. But, like, obviously, Walnut and the smash. Just kind of like everything I like to play like that, but some of the things I don't really have the ability to. I don't want that, I don't want that. I guess I'll just live with it because this is what I mean. When you try to mulligan for something lower, you get something higher. You got a 2 and a 4 only. This is sometimes very limited in its usefulness. What would you rather have, this for 5 or fucking Bad Moon Rising for 2 more? But again, that was the ultimate bait, I guess, of the playthrough. is that we have like, oh, you know, we have Bad Moon Rising, but we finally get it right after waiting. But then I didn't realize, oh, only one of my heroes would be able to use it, so fuck it. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at like my event cards and see which ones are really pertinent here, or like which ones were really worth getting over the course of this run, because I wasted so many gems on them. That's the only way that I ever got them. Oh, look at this, dude. Look at this. That's going to be very worth it, even though it would have been better if the effect didn't trigger, but all quick Ps get +1/+1. That's beautiful because you're able to, you know, deal with that whole lane. And then I don't have a 3 cost, which again, this is the kind of turn that will just bury you. Where you just have nothing to play. Like, that's so fucking stupid. Okay, so you gotta win 3 in a row here. Would be very doable, but actually kind of like that. Again, our whole goal here is to play on the board, and so everything is perfectly fine. There's really no reason to waste that. Let's see what we got. So we'll have a 4 cost. Probably I would prefer doing this first, and that would be like a sport zombie as well. Party sport zombie. And if he was good enough, he could be a professional too. Like, how do you define that? Like, at what point does a athlete become professional? He's just in college. He's a college surfboarder, or he just does it as a fucking hobby. If you really want, you could use this on here, but is he really going to have the Click P synergy all the way? Is he going to be a hacker who has 40 of them in his deck? Like, is he really gonna... Is he really going to... I mean, even then you would get the invincibility effect again, but... Okay, is it really? Is it really? Because, like, how could you... You might think, oh, you're shuffling 2 every time, but the likelihood of this actually happening is extremely low, like, of getting that many... Am I actually gonna start losing to hackers, bro? Yeah, the game has just started, so the likelihood of you having this many in a row is extremely, extremely low. Alright, that'll be immune, so between this turn and next turn, you'll easily be able to deal with it, to the extent that you have the ability to hit it twice. But he's just going to keep doing it, and that would pretty much confirm that he's a hacker, because there's no way that you would be guaranteed to get that many. I understand you can get lucky to a degree, but... You could actually do this now, but I'd rather do the nurse. Or maybe I could. I could do this, and then I could do the thing. But it wouldn't really make that much of a difference. Seems like a stupid turn, because whatever you do... Seems like a mistake, because, like, I'm ignoring his shit too much, but it seems like a suboptimal play. Either I'd have to play one of these to trade in, but then it's a waste of that. Okay, okay, dude. Okay. Okay, at least this lets me get rid of one of the Quick Ps. Not that I couldn't still have one, but something about this just feels weird. Like, how are they getting so many? Just like that, so easily. I don't know. It's such an early stage in the game, too. Like, even if you have 4 of them in there, and you shuffle it, and you happen to start with, like, 2, right, it doesn't guarantee anything. At least my nurse won't die, though. And then I can even buff everything next turn, but then again, there won't be a whole lot to buff. And the flag guy is actually sticking around for what that's worth. Or no, I guess I won't be able to do that. This stupid ass little buff. So the nurse should still trade in, but they're gonna have it. Watch, they're gonna, dude, come on, dude, come on. The likelihood of this happening is just so low, man. That's the sad part too. I'm not even losing that badly as a result of this. It's just like, bro thinks he's playing Jade Idol right now. Like, what is this, dude? What is the likelihood of this happening when... And how does that even work as far as like, oh, you're hacking, like you have so many in there? I'm just going to chalk it up to, oh, he was extremely lucky, but I don't understand how the whole dynamics of it work anyway. Right, like, let's just assume that went perfectly for them, but I have a hard time believing it could have been that perfect. So here's where all the downward spiral goes, that whatever progress we made, now we're back to 1 star, like, for fuck's sake, dude. And it's not like we'll be able to open a whole bunch of packs over the course of this run anyway. Like, you're able to basically do, you know, I'll get one here and there, but it's not like my collection's gonna drastically improve unless I get really lucky again. So Green Shadow can be pretty good, so let's get 4 in a row with him. Like, I mean, you gotta get at least a couple ranks a day, right, if I'm gonna do this. Let's say you have 15 days and you gotta get 20 ranks. I mean, you could almost settle for 1 rank a day, but just like, you know what I mean? Okay, so it would be worth it to trade in there. Maybe I should have done it with the other guy. I have it maybe in my head that, oh, the Leafy synergy is gonna be relevant later with this 3-3. That is a very important interaction, even though it's not very good. Like, well, it's not bad, but, you know, whatever you get from that can be super important. So you shouldn't really think like that overall. We got this guy, we got the other guy. This is good. Some of these people are pretty low rank, so it's hard for me to believe, okay, that's the worst possible play you could make unless you have another one, right? Because you're just buffing it, and, well, that was still a very wasteful play. I love when they play like that at the beginning. Like, I'm not an aggro deck, so it doesn't matter. You didn't have to waste so much shit on there. Now you're gonna wish you had that for the Dark Matter Dragon Fruit or some shit later. Like, now this is good because I have a good combo next turn with respect to... This card is kind of shitty. Like, it might seem like a good amount of damage, but that whole turn was a waste, basically. So even in an aggro deck, I don't think too much of it. Now, look how sexy this is going to be with respect to... Right, with respect to the simple fact that you're able to buff that up so much. Yeah, look at that, dude. Make the little shitty rank 13 concede. It certainly saves my time whenever it's that, or even just whenever somebody disconnects. So let's see if we can win 3 in a row. Like, come on, man. This is already taking way too long. Okay, rank 34 doesn't bother me, but I am a little bit worried about this. So 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can live with that. Just basic curve stuff. You can't be too picky in the mulligan because sometimes you get fucked over by the later stage of the game. So that isn't really worth it to do, and I hate to say it, but right, I'm not going to just trade in for nothing. So now you get to do this one, which would be maybe sort of worth it. Like, you do want to get rid of the con man, but I don't like when it's sort of compulsory like this. Like now, if he buffs it or does something else. Alright, that's not a big deal. You almost would have expected that because of the well, see, that's playing into my hands. At least I get rid of the con man. But this can be very bad. Conjure a Gourmet card, it costs 1 less. And for some of these archetypes, there's so few in the game that you get fucked over by the simple fact that Right, what if we just assume we're going to trade into both of these? That makes it a reasonably efficient play. And so you're average player of this game, a soccer mom who goes to work out at the gym and fucking makes little videos of herself of some creepy guy looking at her and tries to go viral because of that, whether it's justified or not. Played an environment, bounce a zombie, don't really care. Okay, that turn was very weak for them. I like these where they just make a dead turn play and don't do anything. That is considered leafy, so unfortunately I won't be able to benefit from that. Zombies, something, something, bullseye. Move a zombie. Okay, we'll do it here. And we will have the leafy synergy with that. Or no, why do I think of that as leafy? So they've made a couple really shitty turns back to back. So now if I end up losing, I'll be very upset. Like, but wait, see if the effect triggers at the same time, it'll survive because it gets buffed. Right, but that's not really how it works. You get the leafy, you get this. We're working towards dark matter dragon fruit. What could he be saving so long for anyway? He probably just has a ton of removal. And even that was a waste. I guess he just got screwed. Like, he just didn't have anything good. Or, oh, I fucked up. That thing just looks so leafy. I fucked up. Now, if I lose, it'll be because of that misplay, because I was supposed to put it there. Okay, dude. Okay. But he's made a couple weak turns in a row, so it should be pretty easy here. So, come on. Just give me a couple wins, Green Shadow. Let me get to 32. That's okay. Everything survives. Beautiful. We'll get to play Dark Matter Dragon Fruit pretty much no matter what. That's the perfect time to top deck a little fucking card draw. Probably some of the only card draw I have in any of my decks, right? I don't really have that much typically. I could bounce that too as insult to injury, but let's just wait it out. Do 2 damage, that's perfectly fine, and we're in a good spot otherwise too. So yeah, we should easily win this. I'm surprised. Like, what kind of rank 34 is this, you know? He's almost as shitty as me. The Dark Matter Dragon Fruit times 2. Look at these clutch top decks too, and assuming I even needed them. Right, will he actually be the one to do the finishing blow? If he does some other removal, +2/+2, doesn't matter. And so, yeah, that was very one-sided, and they sort of burned out of their hand too. So, you only serve to give Dark Matter Dragon Fruit the ability to end the epic, end the game on an epic note. And so, that's almost preferable. So 3 out of 5. I mean, I'm hyping up Green Shadow. I've always liked him from the beginning of the playthrough. He was my favorite at the beginning. You gotta just give it to me here. All this for 1 rank. Like, think about what this means. I'm doing like a multi-hour, early morning stream just to, I guess it's only been an hour, but like an hour average per thing would be good. You could justify doing that, I guess, but that feels like a little bit too defensive because you're not actually going to trade in, and then you're going to have to hope that he doesn't remove it next turn. Right, so it's kind of annoying. And then I miss out on the value of that. +1/+1 when you play a plant here. Okay, dude. Okay. We'll just do that. Ignore the other con. But see, it makes it seem worth it now because, if I didn't trade into that con man over 2 turns, now we would have 2 of them sitting there. So you got to just assume that we're playing so aggressively or so defensively on the board that everything will actually work out. Now, the one issue I have here is that, I could do that, but I'd rather play for the leafy synergy. So I hope that, I don't know. I'm just gonna not do it because I feel like, or I don't know. I'm playing like too defensively here. So all that'll do is make it trade in. But look how their hand is already dried out. So whatever hope they maybe had is out the window. Even this doesn't seem worth it. Like, I'm not really playing the way, or maybe it seems okay now. I'm not really playing this the way that I should be. Like, I'm being a little bit too defensive. But, okay. But it feels like I already withstood their shit here enough to, fuck. So you could try to blow this away. I don't know exactly. Just do that anyway, just to see what we get. But I should have. Oh shit, that was extremely lucky too. And in that case, I shouldn't have even put that there then. I'm still gonna lose because somehow, even when we're getting lucky. But look how defensively I played though. It doesn't even make sense. Oh my god. I'm even talking trash like, oh, look at how they are running out of cards. I just don't have any healing or anything that would keep me alive longer there, but I could not have played that any more defensively if I tried. You get Badman Rising over here, which is a very streaky up and down sort of experience. Where it can be good if you get it, it can be good in some games, but sometimes I'll win without even playing it at all though, which is very surprising, but it's tough, but I'll just keep it because we end up getting fucked more if I don't. You always have like a dead turn play here that's very annoying. But you see how this could just... Annie, are you okay? Good one. Speaking of the Michael Jackson zombie, obviously. Alright. So we have an epic turn 3 play here where we can play both of those and that. So that makes up for the fact that we do nothing here. But no, you see how it can take like all day just to get one rank. Like, it's so bullshit. Deadly, draw a card, move a zombie gets +1. Like, I don't want to do it, but at least this turn will make up for it. And if you had that little ooze, it would be all the better. Like, this is so fucking broken, dude. Like, look at what a play that turn was. Right, the Brain Vendor is almost too strong of a card, honestly. See, that should win you the game right there. Like, look at the immense value, but they'll obviously have an answer for it. Some AoE or some shit. Like, when would you normally be able to play a move like that? And the Brain Vendor is kind of the one who's serving the guy, right? Or not really, though. This is more like a hot dog type guy, but... like the guy who's serving the Yeti zombie in the fucking cutscene when I got him, the brain freeze. That'll even be perfectly countered by the fact that it's deadly, so everything is just going my way, but I'm still gonna lose because that's how stupid some of these matchups are. Still, like, you could not have started this game any better, right? And now we're looking for... we're looking for the simple ability to even that's amphibious, so everything is pretty much going well, even though that's not the best place to put it. People would say, oh, you should wait and save it, but like, save it for what? You know what I mean? You gotta just keep playing stuff. You can't just wait here forever. Plants can't be hurt this turn, draw a card. That's perfectly fine with me still. So what you're telling me, though, is their hero isn't a plant, because, you know, the way they phrase that, zombies can't be hurt. You're trying to tell me my hero isn't a zombie if you take it literally like that. Or see, even that still did the strike through damage. And so now with the bonus attack and the movement and everything should be good. But somehow, they'll kill both of these, then I'll move this here. But then it'll still die. I could move it and do a bonus attack and do something else. I could move it twice, in fact, but I don't know how that works with the... You'd have to kill something off first. Okay, so move it, do a bonus attack, and then it'll kill both of those. And then it'll pop your stupid block meter. I've had so many of these games that seem like they're such a foregone conclusion, but this was certainly the turn that he was saving up for. So even that's okay with me. You go here, you go here. It's gonna be excellent to clear out that lane, and now what's he gonna get from that? You should just be dead from that alone, but I don't know. See, that would be one of those moments where like, oh, now I need Bad Moon Rising, you know, because if the game went on and he survived, it would have been very difficult. Okay, we got 2 more. I mean, why couldn't you just give me the win streak for a little bit longer? Like, this is so fucking dumb, dude. Right till rank 40, like this is going to be the same. Rank 30 to 40 is going to be just as difficult as rank 40 to 50. Or maybe you will start playing higher rank players more, but it's sort of so random, it doesn't feel like there's any rhyme or reason to it, right? Like this doesn't mean I'm gonna win though, because we've had a very bad record against low rank players too. We got a 2-3-4-2. I'm happy with that. I feel like I don't often enjoy that card very much, the Nebula shit, or get very good value out of it. It's I mean, that can certainly be useful later, but I've been a little bit confused as far as my style of play. Because what I've done is I've sort of felt like I'm able to basically do it in such a way that I'm playing like maybe too defensively, where I could win some of these games otherwise if I didn't. But that's sort of easy. Like even here, I'll do it, but it seems dumb, right? Like I just wasted 2 things in a row to try to trade with that. The zombie trick is played, deal 2 damage to zombie hero. You know, that is my whole style that I'm trying to go for, is I play like sort of defensively. You're able to basically, or you know what, that fucks me over though, playing it as a gravestone. I didn't realize that. Right, because you won't get the brains right away to be able to play that, so I should do it maybe the opposite way, like do it here and then do that there, I guess. And then you could still move it if you really wanted to. Or you could give this deadly if he summons something big there, which would probably be worth it, actually. Okay, there's gonna outvalue me though the whole fucking game. That's worth it, even though you'll get through this. You get a little damage in, it's okay. Yeah, his hand is what scares me here, because of the simple fact that even though my board is pretty good, I'm not entirely sure what's happening here. Hey, we've gotten immense value from the Brain Vendor though in these last couple games. Yeah, imagine having this shitty fucking clown guy here. With respect to, like, nobody would ever have that card in the deck at this level, at this rank. A zombie and zombie next door. Okay, that's still fine with me. All right, we still have a decent board, and this guy has that very nice effect that effectively gives everything deadly anyway. I'm surprised it doesn't just say that when it well, because it applies to tricks too then, with respect to, you know, oh, if you have a trick, you're able to okay, that'll still kill it though. To see, my chance of winning is like right now with the board that I have, but if it drags out too much, then we're able to basically I could move that too. It's kind of the whole thing that is weird. Like I could move it and kill that, but if I do that, then this will get buffed up and it won't even die, so I'll wait. Oh, that's such a godsend, dude. But again, a Bad Moon Rising play. Wait, what? Okay. No, but it's fine. It's fine. Never mind. If I had thought of that, it's the effect kills it anyway. Any planet is destroyed, he gets +1, so we're in a good spot. I'm underestimating my own effects, basically. You'll go here, you'll go here. You can move shit around if you really have to. How are people having so many of the same cards like every time? Even if he's a hacker, why would that be the one that you really want to do? And even this seems a little off, but I'll do it anyway. Like, cause yeah, you're gonna take so much damage from it, but what am I supposed to do? I would have taken 4 anyway. And so you try to trade in there. I don't know what the fuck is going on in some of these games, honestly. Like, I've had the chance to get so many good Bad Moon Risings here, but I just don't get it in time. Oh my god, at least that's good, but... Hey Belle, thanks for the follow. How's it going? Okay, that still doesn't bother me even too much. Right, we're gonna be 1 damage short. And I don't really have any tricks to worry about either that I would really need to play, but yeah, I'll get Bad Moon Rising now, and then I'll get fucked because... Yeah, I'll surprise him by doing this, because I can tank the 8 damage. Oh, not bad. Okay, that's fine. Oh, shit. Okay, either this guy is like some sort of hacker. I don't want to start using that as an excuse, but it should still be fine, or... Okay, dude. It might be somehow more useful to actually get rid of that one, though, just because I'll have to play something there and win with that before you get a chance. Now, it seems like, oh, I have no reserve, so he won't worry about it, and then I'll go there, and then I have to hope the block meter doesn't trigger. Okay, dude. I'm surprised I don't see Brain Anna more. Okay, even that still doesn't matter. Still doesn't matter. I could still do it. I could still do it despite all that bullshit. Back-to-back Dark Matter Dragon Fruit. Back-to-back whatever he did before that. Like, such an insane... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I mean, these are the kind of epic games you gotta have. That was so unlikely. Okay, let me get 1 more win, and then I'm pretty much satisfied with that. It's gonna take an average of 2 hours per 1 rank at the rate that we're going, which is utterly nonsense. I would not have expected this to be so difficult, but can I get a single game where I actually get Bad Moon Rising? I'm gonna start mulliganing everything for it. Like how I would do in Hearthstone for the hero cards or whatever. Like, why is this such an issue to just get it? Now it's gonna cause me to lose a game for that. Like, what happened? Like with a disconnect or something. I've never seen that before, where it shows you the flower icon and then it resets. Like the other person obviously disconnected there right at the beginning, I guess. You have to beat Rose. Okay, we at least have it. I'll definitely keep it. I'm almost inclined to keep the shark, but I won't do that. See, now it's up to me. Okay, at least I have a win condition in mind. So, like, can I get to turn 7 and actually have a decent board? And oftentimes I don't have that, but... Okay, Magic Beanstalk. Is that really what he's going to be like? We're going to start going against hackers who have too many of the same card? Because that one guy with the click peas almost seemed like that. Where how did he get like every single one right at the beginning of the game? This is okay. Or I should have probably just tried to trade in amphibious wise. This guy is actually good to maybe save for that. No, but you don't really have to worry about that. Like, I'll save it for the turn that I play Bad Moon Rising, so I get like one free guy out there. But I shouldn't think like that. I should just do it and build up a good board ahead of time. But that is always like a free real estate type of card. Like, you could literally do that. You know what? Maybe... I don't want to play so slow, though. Like, this is good. Just do it. And then fuck it. Right, we have such a good board now. Like, what am I waiting for? But you could do that with Bad Moon Rising on the same turn, so I would guarantee at least having 2 things out there. But that is such a nutty play, dude. All this sort of brain vendor, you can just fill up your board. The only problem with that is not even having enough room on your board to be able to do it. Right, if only I could have team up or something here. We could steal their block meter, or we could do the height actually is good. Or you know what, I shouldn't though. I should do this and... we're setting up for what looks like a really good Bad Moon Rising, but they're going to have something. -2, destroy those that have 0. Okay, okay, dude. Okay, it's still fine because you get to kind of keep the pressure on. We're getting closer to the point where we can actually play it. You only need like 1 or 2 things out there, really. Probably 2 is the minimum you should really have. So I'll miss out on the value of that, but I can't afford to play too slowly here, so I'll just do it anyway. So yeah, that card just fucking wrecks me. Okay, dude. See, if I had saved the brain vendors, would I even be in... you know, wouldn't I be losing that anyway? Because I would have had nothing going, but maybe I could have made a recovery play with it then. I don't know. Okay, dude. So at least we got what I asked for. So go ahead, fill up the board, and I can always punish you a little bit with this. Or summon something big. And that was just a very unlucky sequence of events there. Not really much we can do with this. You could move it, do a bonus attack, or you'd be better off just doing this actually. Just save it for the Zombot stomp and hope that they overcommit or something. Or, I guess not. I can't tell if I'm just going against like really good decks all of a sudden. Not that that should really be a big consideration, or, you know, because I've been facing matchups like this anyway the whole time. Or I can't tell if it's really something more nefarious, but I won't use that as an excuse either. But this is getting extremely irritating. So we'll go to Solar Flare. You could just go back and forth like this for fucking ever, the way this seems. There's no consistency at all with any of my decks. Okay, not the worst start in the world. I feel like this thing shouldn't even be in there. I don't even like it. I thought I did get rid of it, actually. Maybe I'm somehow using the wrong deck with... No, I don't think so. Alright, I'll just do the static play. But no, there was maybe some vague potential. Like, oh, I should have just saved the Brain Vendors and fucking done a Bad Moon Rising combo with that. Triple Brain Vendor. So you go 0 to 100. Like, you have 4 Brain Vendors in your hand and Bad Moon Rising. And so you go from an empty board to a 4 minion Bad Moon Rising just for free. Like, what kind of a fucking turn is that? Exodia Brain Vendor. And you probably would win most games because of that. Because of the simple fact that you, you know, again, I can't afford to wait a turn. But yeah, I don't know why this is actually in there. Play zombie, okay. Can't really do anything about that. Now, should I? No, I shouldn't even worry about it. Speaking of a fucking Brain Vendor. But it's a card whose value is hard to measure because it's just such a net positive. Like, how do you even fucking... You know, like, what is the downside? It's a 3-mana 2/1, which isn't terrible, but like, what the fuck, dude? It shouldn't give you 3. It should give you like 2 or something back, right? It shouldn't, because it makes itself free then. Right? It basically costs 0. Move zombie does bonus attack. Okay. This won't even be playable right now. Yeah, I kind of question why this is even here. And you might say, oh, save this for the environment use, but I almost don't even care. We'll do that just to get rid of that. So we'll beat on you with the dinosaurs a little more. That thing doesn't bother me much at all. And so you have the ability to... yeah, who needs a space cadet when you have this fucking guy? But Everybody swears by the Space Cadet for some reason. They're very low, which is my typical scenario, but then I end up not being able to finish them off. They're obviously going to play something else there. This alone should pretty much win you the game, but they do have they do have the ability to obviously get a legendary here. I think I'm just saving up for the strike through. Should be enough to just do it. He won't be able to deal with that. Oh, why does it have to fucking always be this guy, man? Does it really matter though? Because it's still gonna like buy a turn and waste everybody's time. Now I don't have a team up to be able to play this. Are you fucking serious? Make hot lava here. Well, it won't do it though because well, at least with the fire it'll kill that, but now I'm actually gonna somehow lose probably because I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm so confused, like, bro, this is where the whole lack of team up is gonna fuck you over. Because, like, kill one of these, just let me get the strike through, at least then I have a chance. Now you are gonna do Bad Moon Rising yourself here. Yeah, let me double check this deck because I was sure I had gotten rid of that fucking healing guy. Not that he's that bad, but this is meant to be just a full-on aggro deck. So that didn't work out too badly with that, but again, the 2 damage wouldn't have done that much anyway. Okay, so you're gonna have lethal in a couple ways here, and I'm not necessarily going to get it, but I don't understand fully how this has happened. Like, play something big so I don't have to worry about you using a removal. Go ahead, do Bad Moon Rising, man. I don't even care. Come on, just let me have it, bro. Don't do this. Don't be like this, where every fucking game is an insane comeback. Okay, here we go, dude. Here we go. I'm still at fucking full health, too, for what it's worth. Bro is having a Yu-Gi-Oh! Synchro summoning moment. Turn, like, come on, man. On the ground, still doesn't save you. Are you gonna have removal for that shit or not? Like, stop belaboring the point. +3/+1 doesn't matter because the strike through still occurs. Bro. Does a bonus attack still doesn't matter. Is there something that I'm missing here? Okay, thank God. Do every interaction possible in the fucking game except for the one that's actually gonna save you. Hey, how's it going? Okay, one more to get to 32. And always the ones I talk shit about, they give me good win streaks, like Infinity and Solar Flare. Always surprise me. Yeah, I thought I had gotten something for 3 that I'd put in there instead of this guy. Maybe not. Maybe that was with a different deck, actually. Okay, come on. This is such an important game. Rank 39. So we've seen a couple tougher matchups today. But as usual, it's completely random anyway. You do have a 2 and a 3. So I'm actually more inclined to keep that because of how unlucky I can get sometimes with the mulligan. And I wouldn't mind doing this on there, I guess. But no, I'd be more inclined. I should just do it to the face. I guess I won't, though. Yeah, sure, we can do it. See, that was already a mistaken kind of move, potentially, because I should be playing much more aggressively. So, in a weird way, that would have been better if I had just done it to the face. Of course, it would be truly better if I just didn't have to deal with a turn like that. You know, where it's like you don't have actually anything to summon. Okay, we're seeing that a little bit too often here. Which I, fortunately, do have that card myself, but seems like one of these things that you wouldn't be able to escape seeing every game in the meta, just like that shovel guy who hides all the gravestones. It's kind of getting oversaturated with some of the stuff we're seeing. So not really sure what's going on here, but it's not going very well. Jesus Christ, man. +2/+2 whenever we're playing a zombie is frozen. Would actually be pretty worth it just to do this, because I can't do anything right now. I'm supposed to be playing aggro, but okay. Speaking of, you see this guy every game. Like, what am I supposed to do with that, man? Obviously, it doesn't work, but I'm fucked anyway. It should work on gravestones too, then, because there's no scenario I could have possibly played that, because like he gets to go first. So what am I supposed to do? That's like the best self BM thing. Like when you ping yourself in Hearthstone with your little fire blast or something, you just blow up everything on the board, which is only your own shit, because he's already hiding in a gravestone. I shouldn't really give up quite like that, because I've had some pretty amazing comebacks, but it really doesn't feel like there's fuck all I can do here. The pace of that one was so fucked up that I couldn't even believe it. So who do we have left here now? We can do Infinity, and then, or I guess we could do Combustible then. No, we can, that's fine. Or he could be a bug too. Bro is actually rank 50 already. Okay, we'll leave that. Again, it's not even that I can't do it, it's just that it's not going to be frequently that I'd be able to win a matchup like this, or again, I have to hard commit to what I'm trying to do. Alright, I can't worry. Whatever he has out there, I just can't worry. I just have to fight through it. I always like these two, the Neptuna and whoever, the other chick. Their whole aesthetic is pretty cool. You just gotta go full aggro mindlessly, move a plant, which you could, I guess, sack that there. See, that I can't help, but at least I'm trying to play it the right way. I don't fully know what even they're playing as, but let's you get -1 when played. Plant, move it here. It could be pretty annoying, but that's like the card game equivalent of a taunt, because you can force them to just always go there. Or I should have waited in case that was something I could actually play. I always forget to do that. Revealed, bounce the plant, so they're certainly making it difficult for me to get a ton of damage in. That's fine. I have a bit of PTSD from these from the actual PvZ hard mode with how annoying those fuckers could be, right? So this is... at least that'll punish them for spamming the tricks that they're doing so much. But yeah, you're gonna just start seeing a lot of the same decks and same cards over and over. Right, that I actually haven't seen that one too much, but certainly that Grave Digger guy is an absolute clown. Right, it just gets annoying because you see him way, way, way too much. Alright, that's still fine. Like, the board itself doesn't concern me too much, but I'm just a little bit too low on health. Like, yeah, this is where people say, oh, the meta is stale. But it's not only stale, it's like literally precise, right? Where there's no even variety for what people are doing. It'll be the exact same shit because there's only so many cards in the game. So it makes it very inevitable what you're going to start seeing. Could still get saved by the block meter or not. Good game. Dude, that's one of those where, like, I'm supposed to be the aggressor, I'm playing aggro, and I can't even fucking do anything. Kind of similar to the game we just saw on the ladder, actually. Okay, let's do Infinity. So we did Combustible, so now we'll have to do Wall Knight. Okay, so if I can just win 2 in a row, I'd be happy with it, but we're having a lot of trouble here. It's just sort of inconsistent. And again, there are no win streaks to abuse anymore, so I get kind of my karma. Win streak abuser gets humbled by a mobile game. Oh, it seems like such a stupid play, but it could be the difference in winning or losing later, because it's the only... It's mainly just the substitute for not having anything else to play, period, right? If I'm not going to just not do anything in a deck where I have, like, this turn 6 Marvel Snap caliber rule, right? Like, if I don't do it. This is kind of a good value, though, because you will be able to bust their shit up a little bit, too. Yeah, we can do another one. Okay, so this would potentially kill it there. This is okay. And I can do the little buff here. I don't really care too much about the beanstalks. Okay, that's pretty fucked up. That doesn't matter now. At least I finally have something that can circumvent their block meter a bit. The little monkey thing that we got. Again, we're still winning the health race, and I could certainly still take advantage of this, but... Why do they always have to get that so early? Just because they shuffle the beanstalk in their deck doesn't mean they're guaranteed to always have it. So early on, too, like the fucking Quick P clown guy. You have 6, so you can do this, and 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's not too bad of a board, but they just always seem to have an answer for everything. And Chompzilla is definitely a fan favorite. Yeah, something's maybe a little weird about this. I'm not gonna say anything, but people always told me that there's hackers in this game. How is it that they're always getting it, like, right away, dude? It doesn't say put them at the top of your deck. It just says shuffle them into your deck. You could go several turns without seeing them. Obviously, I've let him get too many hits in with that, but still. It seems a bit too convenient. And I don't know to what extent even the hack would work, but... And why are we feeling like only we're seeing this stuff today? Because we played high-ranked players before, but... On the ladder, even. You can't hack those cards in your deck. Or yeah, it's always these two interactions that you see so much. Yeah, I don't know what it was that people would say. It's like there would be, or I should have probably just done it there. They could have like started their deck with 40 of the same card in their deck, but that doesn't seem like what is even happening. I don't know. Can't hack to pick what card you get. I guess people are just getting lucky. It's one thing like if you can just hack your collection to get every card in the game, right? That would be understandable. Right, but then it doesn't matter. That's just more about deck building itself. You can have any card in your deck with a beanstalk you can because it's a token. Okay, we can wait on that too. I'm not going to win this one though. Because we could do 4-8 with that alone, and we'll get the little 1/1s here as well. Which you rarely see a scenario where I get to play it on both sides like that. We were still within striking distance, but it's not quite enough. That would definitely help. Bullseye, you can play zombies when it's time for tricks. So is there some vague... Oh, no, I shouldn't have done it there, though. I should have done it here. I guess it might not matter, though. Doesn't matter. Like, there's nothing I can do. That won't kill me. This will get the block meter. 4 damage wouldn't have made the difference anyway. What is permadeath? It means I have to get to rank 50 this season. Otherwise, I have to delete my whole account, collection, whatever. And so that's sort of my grand finale up for the series. If I succeed, I get to keep my collection. If I fail, I get to have to delete it. Let's see. So he's gone. So we got the Yeti. This is getting so frustrating though with the back and forth of this stupid no win streak bullshit. We got the Yeti and we got Wall Knight next because we just lost his combustible. I mean, I guess that's like a little mini permadeath thing too, like the rotation of the heroes, but I've always done that. Like when I lose this one, I have to play as the next one and keep rotating, but that's not really much of a format. That was just a way to give it variety. Okay, so you steal the stupid block meter, you try to go here. That garlic can sometimes fuck them over too. Like, oh, it moves to the left. In this case, it doesn't matter because there's nowhere left to go. But like with the cowboy, one time I would hit it here and then I, you know, got like an extra hit later on. I am trying to play sort of defensively here, but I'm not too happy about this. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I guess I could buff it because it would still survive here. Yeah, I never would have expected the series to go on this long, first of all. Like playing it for a year. But also I wouldn't have expected to maybe have this much trouble doing a challenge like this. But it's all relative to the deck, I guess, more so than I even thought. And you might think, oh, this game would be more casual in that treatment. But the reality is that it's kind of the opposite because it's so obvious what you would want to use. And, you know, everybody... The meta is just so much more clear than even other games. There's no nuance at all because It's just obviously you're so limited in what you can even use. Oh, that one's fucking always nuts. These are the two environments that are absolutely impossible to deal with. We could maybe have a nice little surprise play here, but I don't know. This is the kind of deck that's not even that good to play because against like better decks, because he's gonna outlast me easily and have much higher value. Because of the simple fact that you're kind of dragging the game out too much. Not that my aggro deck did much better against him anyway, but I've kind of given up the idea of ever playing amphibious stuff in the water because so often it doesn't matter in terms of, you know, is that one of those exactly as planned type of plays, or like he knew exactly what he was going to get? I guess not when it's such a low cost, but once you get to the higher cost stuff, it ends up being very much on the nose. Well, that seemed to work out pretty perfect for him. It's the case where, you know, you would get, like, you know, you're gonna get such and such card because it's the only 8 cost card or whatever. That one almost seemed like it was going good for a while there, but that play just kind of ruined it. It seems kind of like a dumb thing to do, but you know, you're presenting lethal in some vague way that obviously is not going to work. You could have still potentially gotten saved by the block meter even there, too. Good game. Okay, let me try a couple more to try to get to rank 32 here, which seems virtually impossible. So we lose as that, so we lost as combustible. So let's do Wall Knight and then the Smash. We'll go through like one more set, I guess, of the heroes. What's so frustrating about this is there's sometimes times where, like, okay, if I got to a certain rank, like that happened at like Diamond 5 or Diamond 3 in that Hearthstone Wild thing, right? You could just tell, like, okay, you're gonna get hard stuck and you can't possibly win. But here it's like you can almost win, right? It's sort of hard to explain. Like, so you feel like you can almost do it, but not quite. If it was just like, okay, I just don't have a good enough deck, I just can't do it, period, then I could accept it. But it's a little bit different. Like, you sort of have a chance. It would just take such an insane amount of time where you get on a little good win streak. You know, we win 3 now, then we lose 5. It doesn't matter. Then we win 5 or whatever. We win 3, then lose 1, then win 2. Like, that's all you need to do, but I really would want to get to at least 32 here. And again, the matchups are so open-ended that it's hard to believe it's not benefiting me somehow, but I'd almost want to play this rather without team up, but maybe not. But you got to remember, this guy is not considered a nut, which is incredibly weird, but I guess that would seem to make him maybe too strong with some of the synergies you get. You have the ability to do this. Which that can be incredibly good value, but it can also be incredibly easy for them to get rid of. Okay, man, why is it gotta be like this, bro? Why is it gotta always be it buffs in their last moment? They show you who they truly are. It buffs their health, their attack back up. Like, they gotta have just exactly the right thing all the time. Like, why does it have to be that way? Hey, Bella, nothing much. How about you? Getting hard stuck at rank 31. Okay, this is fine. What, like, something's happened all of a sudden today, especially with these matchups. I'm getting, like, hard countered more than even usual. Plant loses some attack, which is still fine. -2, so -3. I kind of like what this guy's going for, though, with the style. Like, very debuff heavy kind of deck. That's still okay. All we're trying to do is last out a little bit here. But the problem with this deck is I don't really have a win condition at all. It can be very slow and drag the game out, but it doesn't matter then. Or yeah, that even happens with team up too, so that can be annoying. And the one card that could benefit from the environment, obviously now I can't even play there. Is whenever they have such a full hand like that, it always bothers me. Okay, this is at least a good play. Do the water chestnut, that's okay. The strike through will poke into that a little bit. Okay, at least his hand's emptying out a bit now, so that was a very clutch play of just dealing with that removal. So now the recovery would be if I get like the Loco Coco or something good here. Or even that's not bad. This plus this. Or that'll die anyway, just from the face damage alone. Do we actually have a chance here? Because this has been very frustrating. Or this is going to be the Gargantua throwing one, which is obviously bullshit. Bro. What little chance I might have had goes out the window with that. I don't really have like some crazy play now to make. Yeah, this guy's value is just fucking unbelievable though. I would have still the ice block potential here. I don't know whether I should do it this turn or next turn. Just from planning to random plan, draw a card. Oh shit, now that's gonna give him something that could potentially provide lethal. But no, realistically, I should be able to save it for next turn and stall it out even more, but I really have no possible win condition here on the board. This deck is pretty fitting for like, you know, oh, this will punish the kind of thing I'm using as Wall Knight here because it's so aimless. Like, I can last till turn 10 every game, wow. But then what do I do? Nothing. I don't have a... I'm playing right into their hand because the longer you drag it out, the better it's going to be for them with a good, actual good deck. Hey, Destroyer, how's it going? Okay, I'll just go through the final, whatever, 3 or 4 more heroes, and then I'll just stop even if I can't get to rank 30, whatever. 32. I can still drag it out one more turn here, but I don't see what my possible win condition is. Like, what card do plants have that's really as good as that? As far as just like, you know, rub it in your face type of value card. That is kind of insane. Or like vice versa with the raw zombie versus the Brainana. That's so fucking shitty for zombies compared to plants. Or like even Cornucopia is good, but Badman Rising is just a better version of the same thing. Right, like you don't really care about playing the minion itself to go along with it. At least if I had gotten him a little lower health-wise, right, I could have maybe had a chance to do something. I don't like to concede, but I also don't like how long some of these go on for. Like, we get that he's going to win, and I'm not doing it because I'm salty. I'm just doing it to see a proper conclusion to the game, but... You think this game is going to get updated? There was that one update that leaked, but it was pretty minor, like some little changes for plant cards and stuff, but I don't think it'll get updated in terms of like a major expansion with new cards and stuff. Yeah, that update will just be the, oh, update, the game is going offline soon because we just give up. But it's at least nice that it's been around this long. It's the kind of thing I could have seen being shelved a lot earlier. Like, it would have just gone offline and everybody would have been upset, but, you know, they just didn't care enough about it. It had so much potential, though, and of course there's a lot of modding that goes on with it, which I'm not sure exactly what that's about, but you don't really want so many of these here. Fucking top heavy deck. This is what I get. Okay, so I'll go through Smash, Green Shadow, Super Brains, Solar Flare, Infinity. If I can't get to rank 32 by then I'll just stop playing for now. Which shows you, like, you're putting in so much time and I cannot even get a single rank, so I don't know what to tell you. You just need a little good streak here and there. When do I think the update will go out? I don't know if that one already happened or not. People were talking about it, but yeah, I'm not really sure. It should be soon. If it hasn't already. Like, they were saying they're gonna nerf a couple plant cards. Kind of a while ago that they were saying that, though. It's amazing that they would even bother doing that. Like, who really, you know, would expect that anyway? You've waited 5 years for an update and it just makes your plant deck shittier or something. Like, if that was overpowered, shouldn't they have addressed it sooner? Because it's not like, you know, it would have been overpowered for a long time then. This I don't really know because I can't do anything about the 4-5. Something feels just very different today. Maybe this is like a bad time to play. I was saying that more so like on Friday night though when I was playing. I've been playing basically every day though, so I can't really, you know, judge it that way. Okay, that's a horrible turn. I do have some pretty good top heavy stuff here though. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, I don't know for sure. I've just heard it from other people. But yeah, it won't be anything too major anyway. But yeah, they should have just done like a remake of this game and like with better graphics and not fucking like no what do you call it? Not being mobile exclusive. That would have saved it right there. Oh yeah, that'll be the most desired mod, full screen mod, where you can play it on PC, which I'm doing now anyway, without having to deal with the stupid black bars and stuff. Where like my channel art for it is bigger than the actual game itself. That's how you know it's a good game. Alright, this is clearly a loss. Alright, let's go to Green Shadow. Doesn't even really matter to me about, like, you know, I don't mind going on a losing streak, but like we were just there where we like 4 out of 5, then we lose, then we go back. Just save the losing streak for once I get to the next rank, because then I don't lose anything for it. Yeah, it's starting to feel like I won't be able to do it, but I'm still certainly going to try. And all these like low rank matchups that I'm losing to as well. This is at least what you should be able to take advantage of. So now turn 2 is going to be a dead turn play. Some of these mulligans have been pretty bad today. I guess I'll do that just because I have nothing else to do. We just need like a normal value game where they don't have like something so crazy and over the top. Okay, the leafy thing is of no value. The buff could be okay, but maybe it feels a little bit overkill. But actually, we can keep using it to sort of cheat death with this guy. Okay, that doesn't bother me too much. That certainly I'll save it. My style of play on all these heroes too is pretty much dictated by what I've happened to get. Like, sure, you could play other styles than just what I'm doing, right? Like, you could play aggro, green shadow, or other things, but it's just sort of necessary because, you know, it just happens to be what I've gotten over the course of the run that would sort of dictate it. So obviously, if I have dark matter, dragon fruit, and stuff like this, I have no choice but to play exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, so see, this game doesn't seem too bad, where the pace is at least a little more under control. Yeah, like, what do you even play for once you're at rank 50? There must be some little extra bonus you can do. Okay, that's gonna be obviously nice. This is good too. Although I don't really need it, but then again, it's better than the 3-peater now because that can often be removed so easily. Right, this is the definition of a low level deck because it's going to be just a bunch of random hodgepodge things with no real rhyme or reason. We're not getting the leafy synergy at all, though. You could maybe do this and this if you play something in the middle, which unfortunately I can't do. I guess I'll just do that anyway. Really hurts to give up that value, though. Okay, they're pretty low as it is. The way this is going is pretty good, too. Right, like, it doesn't seem like they'd have much of a chance. In fact, yeah, I could take a chance, and oh, if the block meter doesn't trigger, I would win right there, but what if it does, though? This is the aspect of the game that shouldn't have RNG associated with it, because it's like, you know what I mean? It shouldn't come down to that. It could have easily triggered it, though, still. Even when there's like 2 ticks left, it could still not trigger it, right? Okay, Green Shadow might have been the one who got me to 31 in the first place, or maybe 30. But then again, 30 wasn't as bad because you at least had the win streaks to go on. So maybe at rank 40 you start losing the ranks overall too, like you trade one cattail for another, which this one's actually better in every way because it's cheaper, statting isn't too bad, and the that might actually be no, I should save it. Like what do you call it? You know, you'll be at rank 41, and if you lose and you have 0 stars, you'll go back to rank 40. If that starts to happen, that would be truly fucking nuts. And that would make it even more impossible, because think about how much I would have gone even further back. At least now you're safe at each rank that you get to. That is when hurt, make a random imp. I don't feel like it's worth it to still do that. Yeah, animal plant. There's no such thing. That's an oxymoron by definition. An animal can't be a plant. A plant can't be an animal. Okay, we can go here with God damn it. Well, they will both survive, actually, right? We're seeing a lot of this today where everybody's just playing duplicates of the same thing. Yeah, couldn't it just summon itself then in an endless loop? Or the fact that it happens to be a team-up lane means that you get 2 for the price of 1, which is unfortunate. We will get the leafy thing here if I so desire. I could also freeze something, which presumably will be here. Yeah, like, what is this? This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything that, oh, people are cheating, but it gives you that weird vibe, like, I don't understand. Like, how are they getting all of the same cards every single time? Like with the click peas, we saw at the beginning of the game too. It's not like over the course. Like how would they have had 3 of those just like that in their starting hand just by chance? Like, what the fuck? It doesn't even mean it's that good, but the click peas were like that. The other thing was like that. I'm becoming the Kramnik of this game. But it doesn't really matter what I'm going against. I still have to deal with that. That's like the 7th stage of grief with the game. Like, you know, oh, you can't win, so you have to come up with some excuse like that. We could freeze something, in which case I could just go here and freeze it. Well, now that I think about it, that probably wasn't worth it. Either like whether they have a deck card limit thing. I don't know. People have said all kind of theories like that before too. But I don't know how it works at all. That wasn't very efficient. I maybe shouldn't have even bothered doing that. Right? Because I could have traded in with that any other way. This still has deadly, doesn't it? Or no, it was only a function of that effect. Okay, that's a little bit annoying. There's not really much I can do about it. I can move it here. Trying to play on the board as much as possible here. And if I can get the... You know, if I can get the dark... Or that'll still die, though, because of the shark. Oh, so you know what you should have done? I should have played this there and then killed it first. And that would have been spared of the effect. Okay, we have double Dark Matter Dragon Fruit, so I just have to make this turn survivable. An environment does a bonus attack. Wait, why didn't it do it then? Oh, when an environment is played. Alright, played that. Oh, okay, I'm making misplays now. Not that they might matter too much, but like, okay, just don't do anything crazy here, and then I can win with Dark Matter Dragon Fruit, assuming that you don't just rush me down here. Eight, 5 with strike. Oh, I'm already dead. Fucking goddamn it. Or maybe not. Clearly, the Dragon Fruit is going to save me now, which it might actually, but not really, because you can't survive both of these. Right, it's just not going to matter. Okay, 2 other random pirates in other lanes, okay. Alright, let's do Badman Rising again, and that's what I always call him. I call Super Brains Badman Rising, because that's all I fucking care about with him. I don't even like him too much. He's not even been that bad, but okay, so we have 3 shots to do it. Super Brains, Solar Flare, Infinity, and then I'm done for now. And again, I would have been happy even if I had just gotten 1 rank, but apparently that's even too much to ask for. The Brain Vendor has had some pretty cool interactions though today. Like where I've just gotten so many together, like 3 in the same turn. Move another planar zombie, okay. And of course, these effects are always compulsory, so even if you wanted to somehow choose not to do it, you would have to. But no, it's not like I'm going to save it for some combo with Badman Rising, like, oh, I won't play it just to be able to guarantee that. This would be pretty good here. Of course, Beta-Carrotina is like one of those pay-to-win microtransaction type ones here. Like, look what a strong play that is. That's amazing. So I should win because of that alone. But obviously not. That's one small nibble for zombies, one giant bite for zombie kind. I knew it was going to be something like that. Alright, that's not too big of a deal. I guess this is worth it as ever to do that. Don't really see the point in moving that, so this will be annoying because you get to get another snake here. The real snake in the grass is the developer who let this game die out before it ever one of my titles for these videos when I go to upload them. Or I guess just one of my titles for the stream that I happen to then use on YouTube. But I've been starting to use some of the ones from my PvZ hard mode series because I never got around to actually doing that. This might actually be worth it here. Given this board, I wouldn't even mind it, but it's too slow. They're pretty low at least. Oh, come on, man. Come on. What the fuck? Why is it like this today where I'm just getting a hard counter in every sense? You just cannot fucking catch a break. Unbelievable. I mean, just getting like fucking trolled right now. So many like close games, should be easy wins, and then it turns into some crazy shit. Now I don't really see what I can do. I mean, they're gonna have an answer for everything, and we're not gonna get Bad Moon Rising even. It's just like such a good hypothesis. Like any game that I could get it or I can play it, I'm gonna win pretty much, and that is a pretty good standard. But I just don't get it, or I just can't play it because they're winning maybe too much on the board, or I don't have enough stuff out there. This part of the music almost seems bugged out. Okay, they're down to 7, but they have way too much health. Or, I mean, they have way too many cards. I have too many of these stupid height things that don't end up really being worth it. See, even here, Bad Moon Rising. Even here, it would have been fine, but I can just never get it. So this could be good as a lethal play. Might be the best snake in the grass we've seen. Like, where it's just lasted so long. Alright, so we got 2 more shots. Infinity, Infinity and Solar Flare. I'd gotten to like 4 out of 5 here with Infinity, I think it was. Maybe not solely with him, but yeah, what would be the best case scenario here now if I get the Zombot? Stomp is actually pretty cute. Yeah, I do have 2 Bad Moon Risings in here. Maybe that's the adjustment I'll make. I'll put a 3rd one in there too. Because I just can't believe I'm just never getting it. Doesn't mean I would have even been able to play it or that I would have won, but it seems kind of like a dumb turn to do that though. Maybe I should have just tried to go for it. I just assume that they're always going to have something here though. We'll return all the shit to his hand. I don't know if there's even like a hand limit with respect to What the fuck? It shouldn't work with that. Untrickable should mean it can't be targeted by a trick. Not like if I try to berry blast it or some shit or whatever. Use something on it. Not like that. Right, like it's stupid because that one doesn't actually have team up. This one does have team up. Make a walnut in each ground lane. Lost to bowling again with fucking like, you know, how the walnut bowling is literally objectively impossible in the PvZ hard mode because it's not tuned correctly and it's just sort of bugged out. Okay, just gotta go solar flare, try to carry me here. So yeah, I made absolutely zero progress here. Yeah, but 2, 3. I'd be willing to keep it because we've gotten fucked over in so many ways today. I'll just go face for that. I don't even care about that. Or I mean, unless I get something here. Don't even care. Alright, like that 1-3 isn't gonna make the difference. We've seen something weird happen today. It's not just because of the losing of the ranks. Although it does make it obviously much harder. Right, so the same way that I got from 20 to 30 or whatever, from even 1 to 30 was like, oh, I'm abusing the win streak, so I could still be losing a good chunk of games. Fusion, do 2 damage, so play a plan on this. Okay, so all you have to do now is you know, you'll trade in with this a little bit. I don't know what to do about that. You know, typically you want to just ignore everything they're doing, but you know, when they have a board like this, you really can't ignore it. Wouldn't Flame Beard be a better name? Flame Face? That just sounds kind of dumb. This seems okay, but Berry Blast isn't going to do anything. I really don't know. Pretty much just dead no matter what. What the fuck is with today, man? Or yeah, because he's dumb and hid that in the gravestone maybe as a BM play, because that's what happens when you try to play aggro versus aggro. That I guess is just better than what I'm using. Fucking speaking of like playing too many of the same things, play the fucking chest on top of the chest. I don't care. Okay, at least he's adequately BMing me. I can live with that. I appreciate his deliberateness with that. Okay, last one, Infinity. See, this makes it seem like, oh, I couldn't do it, but there's some weird vague chance that I still could, because if you just go on a couple good win streaks, it won't matter, right, how much you're getting hard stuck or how bad your win percentage is, but it would, again, just take such an obscene amount of time that 1, 1, 2, that's all good. Okay, this is good. We maybe should have saved it for a guaranteed sort of combo turn where I could play two things together. We are trying to go aggro no matter what. Again, see, like, let's understand what he did. Shuffle a Magic Bean stuck in your deck. So he got one, right? He only got one so far. So, like, you know what I mean? It shouldn't be that, oh my goodness, the next 5 turns in a row, he's going to get them. Right, and just be able to play them non-stop. Obviously, they give you a card draw too, but he'll immediately play it now, like he just got it. Okay, at least that's gonna increase the likelihood of him getting it. And now he'll have like 3 or 4 of them in there with all the shit that he's got. You play a dancing card, deal 2 damage to the plant hero. That would actually have a little vague synergy here. He would trade in here if he allows me to. Trying to rush him down. This is Jessica from season 1 of Hell's Kitchen, which I still don't know what the fuck that means. It's like a job that is not to do with innuendo, nor to do with the literal, more violent interpretation. You can do all that. We can buff this shit up. You just got to be very deliberate with your going face here and just full aggro. You can't worry too much about anything else. Make a walnut. Okay, even here you can still do it. Look at his fucking sunglasses falling off there, though. You still are getting him low enough where you can almost finish him off the next turn. So this is playing it kind of exactly the right way. Right now, with some simple strategic bounce or other such play, you can still win. So I don't mind if this is the way it has to be. You should really almost do it for this that he would never expect. But then again, I don't necessarily have enough damage to even do that. Or it could have been the chick. You could have done the Congo chick, popped him in the face, and then tried to do that. But yeah, that card is my fucking bane of my existence that we're seeing more and more now. Right, like there's just nothing I can do about it. So unfortunately, we aren't going to do it still, but we had at least a vague chance here. Like we could just bounce whatever they do there, and then there's nothing they can do about it. Right, if we finish them off. And we could also do the, don't do that. We could pop the block meter with, oh, this could actually be really good because what we do is, we'll pop it with that. Or no. Oh, fuck. That actually fucks it up, though. Because it won't pop it then. Because it has... No. Or fuck. But isn't that all they have, too? Because... Oh, shit. So we win because of some weird interaction synergy that I wasn't even thinking about. With the Conga thing. Because that would have still triggered the block meter with the 5. So I still wouldn't have won. Yes, of course. You win the one game, you win because you get some random conjuration effect, right, that I couldn't possibly have planned for, even. Okay, 1, 2, 4. I don't feel like I've had much occasion to actually even use this. But yeah, this is my last hero, so unless I win 4 in a row, I'm not gonna do it here. Like literally every day I'd have to get like at least even more than a rank because there's not even that many days left, right? It'll be today, tomorrow. I think tomorrow's the 1st. It'll be like 15 days, so it'll be almost that, where you could get 1 rank a day. The problem is I can't even do that because they're fucking cucking me so hard. If I plan on the heights, it would be worth it probably to do that on there. Especially if I'm not going to have anything else to play. Or give me a 2 cost, please. Fuck off, dude. Not that I really wanted to do it. I'd rather just go face, but they're going to fuck me over pretty hard, I bet. You know, because it sort of telegraphs that they're going to have some kind of a, you know, something crazy to play on the hype. Okay, I don't even care about that. You get a solid 7 damage here, no block meter. Okay. That's actually not bad. We can pop the thing and we can just kill them right here if they don't play anything in either of these lanes, which I don't see why they would do that. That part. Oh, no. I guess I could do that where I kill this with that and therefore get in the 3 damage as well. Let's see what they can do. Or I could even pop that guy too, but I'm assuming, well, actually, I maybe should have done it the opposite way and expected that, because you would expect him to get buffed, so I kind of did that the wrong way. Or now I guess it barely even matters, but I don't know why I did it like that, but this guy's still a 6-6. This trade is not very optimal. You hit him for 4, but you don't really even hit him for 4. So this plus even doing the rocket would be enough to kill him, but is he gonna let me do that? 7-5 will still trade in. This will still hit you. I just need to get you within that threshold, and you would never expect that I have this stupid ass card, the rocket. This sets up for lethal with the rocket, assuming you don't get the block meter, which I may or may not actually do. My health value is still in a pretty good spot. I don't know why I allowed this guy to stick around. Okay, the block meter certainly won't save you, so it should just be over. You gotta get these really early kills, otherwise you get fucked. Alright, should have done that the opposite way. Doesn't really matter now. Like, clearly they won't have anything to heal. Come on. You would never expect me to have this shit. That's the whole point. Okay, beautiful. Maybe we're realizing that Infinity is our best hero. Just because it's just a total fluke, though. It doesn't mean that. Like, we've gone on win streaks with everybody, but I think what I'm realizing in this session today, though, not that it's really much of a surprise, is that the aggro decks might be the only ones that can have a chance now. All these slower decks are gonna fuck me over because, you know, you're just playing into their hands because they just have better decks and better value and better cards, especially in the late game stage. But then again, not everybody I'm going against is a higher ranked player anyway. Juggalo. Good thing it's not gigolo, because that was apparently a banned word on Twitch, at least within OBS context. Because, like, The Witcher, I tried to name that, like, the G, I'll even say it like that too, just in case, but the G word Geralt, got game, like, there was, like, a lot of alliteration, G, like, Geralt's got game, because whatever, he's such a womanizer in The Witcher. I didn't know he was portrayed like that in the first game. He's lost his memory, but he still got his mojo. That is basically the best way to describe Austin Powers, I guess, as a character. This doesn't seem worth it at all, but I'll still do it. Right, so we have a little bit too many ancillary buffs and shit here where we don't want just a straight up minion. Or where I would rather have just a minion. So this one's already getting off to a bad start. Wait, this bullseye guy can be really fucking clutch. Right, with all kind of other effects. That's the thing that's sort of hard to process. You don't think of bullseye to do with the effect damage that they cause or other things. You just think of it as them hitting face. Fusion, destroy zombie here. Okay, fine. Not the end of the world, but I'm not too happy about it. This would be kind of worth it, actually. Not just for the effect, but just generally... Only thing I have on the board. I wouldn't expect them to out aggro me, but oh, that what a clutch thing to get too. Make a 3-1 and a 1-1. So since they're gonna trade in anyway, I may as well do it there. But no, like they have so little in their hand too, so I'm not exactly sure what happened here. When an unstoppable force meets an unstoppable force, because you have this idea that now we're gonna start to play defensively a little bit, and the reason why is obviously because make a sunflower. You know, we're both low on cards, so it's okay. And that deadly really did nothing for me too. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a mill game actually happen, and you can't even see your deck. That's one thing that's actually kind of weird. Like, you don't even know how many cards are left in your fucking deck. What kind of a card game does that? Should I do that or even not? Like, I don't know. Now I feel almost more inclined to play like this, but again, it's only because the matchup has taken such a weird toll that it doesn't feel like an aggro game anymore, even though I probably should have played it like that. Right, because now if they... Okay. Can't even let me say if they do it before they fucking do it. Not that it would have mattered, like if I had played it somewhere else. Okay, go ahead and play a bunch of big shit, but then you'll get to play that again, won't you? Make a copy, like, it'll just give him the whole shit again. And whatever you play is going to be more biased to go there. Let's use the rocket to save that 4-2, because in a way that would almost be worth it. So I'm actually going to lose this, which is incomprehensible to me, but I maybe should have just rocketed that out. I really don't understand this one at all, but yeah, I'm playing this totally the wrong style. We're okay, man. Okay. Like, I don't know. I have this weird expectation that, like, sometimes you'll actually not always have exactly what you need, but somehow that's just not the case. Right? They always have exactly what they need all the fucking time. You might say, oh, I should have gone face there more, and actually I would say that, but I don't understand because of the simple fact that I'm already so low, so I would have already lost. And now I'll give him his little battle cry back again. Right, like, is that really... I was expecting they would play something else. That is one of the most nonsensical games, too, that I've ever seen. Because no matter what you do, you will just kill everything. Wait, that's like the worst place you could have played it, though, because now you won't destroy what's in front of you. Ergo, you won't get lethal. Right, anywhere else you would have played it would have been fine. Maybe we'll give like Infinity one shot just because of how. We'll go one more maybe. Yeah, but this is incredible. Like, look at the loss of ranks makes it so that this can be just inevitable. I'll do one more. Combustible for the win. You can buy a couple packs too, but we'll do it the next time. That's fucking stupid, man. I could spend all day doing this and it's just not going to get me anywhere. Once again, we'll have to do a berry blast to the face kind of turn. Or people would even say that, like, oh, haha, you should change this about your deck or that, which I don't even mind doing, but, like, it's not really, you know what I mean? Like, with what I have, I don't think you could do it much differently or much better. Or even, like, what people might suggest might seem like, oh, these cards are better than what you're using. But they're only better in the context of... They're only better in the context of having it in conjunction with other cards, right, that I wouldn't have. So that's the problem, right? When you have such a hodgepodge mix of stuff, like what is the chances of that happening? I don't understand what's going on today. Okay, bro. Okay, all right. I don't know what's happening. I don't get it. Bro reminds me of Mimiron a little bit almost, and he makes the whole race of gnomes as in his own image. I love the way they explain the origin of races in the Warcraft universe like that. Like something as simple as that, you know, the curse of flesh for the Vicroll makes the humans, like the entire, you know, something that significant is done in such a seemingly simple way. Okay, this would be cute. Alright, let's actually do this where I go face, or I should have done it maybe the other way where I put that first. It'll lock me to a trigger. I don't care, dude. It's amazing that he was even able to keep it alive that long. Like, that he let it stay alive that long. But, like, why wouldn't he have even tried to play defensively there? Bro, come on, dude. We all know you're gonna win. You're a fucking tryhard clown. Just hurry up, man. Yeah, this is the last one. If I lose as combustible, I will stop. We made zero progress at all. And again, it's a difference of like one game. I was 4 out of 5. Imagine how much time that would have saved me. It's just so fucking stupid. I just wish it hadn't been this early. Like, at least if rank 40 they started doing that. Because, yeah, now your win percentage has to be off the chain. I could definitely try to remake some of my decks and all. I don't mind doing that, but it just felt like we were on to something good where I was... Again, I was winning enough where it didn't feel like a big deal, but... They're pretty low, so I might have a chance here, but... What that means his hand is obviously going to be fucking jacked out here. I arguably should have saved that for the face, but I'm assuming I'll get more damage in this way. He's going to have... Okay, he's going to have a lot of answers here. Make it 2-3. Okay. I still would have some vague chance of winning, but it's just like if they didn't have that heal, then maybe I would have been able to do it. This is where the block meter just takes the piss out of you too. It's like there's nothing you can do because any chance you might have had to win, right, just goes out the window with that. You always get like the perfect sequence of stuff that might still give you some damage here, but this seems unlikely. I mean, I'm certainly giving it the time to try to do this, so it is what it is. The fact that I was able to get from 30 to 31 shows you I can get from 30 to 50 because it's the same process. All you'd have to do is win 5 out of X number of games, right, within enough to be able to do that. But he might be getting a little cocky with the whole, well, I'm dead now anyway, but like letting himself get so low. Right, there's really not much of a chance I would have had there, but whenever you get them this low, it feels like at least like, you know, you were able to have a chance. Right, at least it gives you a better chance than most other decks would have done, but this must just be where more activity starts to, whatever, like more try-hard people are playing, but we've still played a good general variety of ranks here. Yeah, that's just too bad, man. Again, it's all about the win percentage. It's not that I'm not winning games. You're just not winning enough at a high enough percentage. Okay, see you later. Okay, so today I'll play a couple more games here. Actually, my mic thing, something really irritating happened. Like, you use this thing, right, for like the mic. So the settings reset. Like I had to do some firmware update or something, and then the settings reset. So now how the fuck do I know? I don't know why it would do that. Right, it's just save what you were doing. So I can't remember exactly where it was. I think it was something like this, but I had like a screenshot of it too, but now I can't find it. Yeah, we'll play a couple more games where we've been sort of hard stuck at rank 31, and it shows you that, you know, even getting from 30 to 31 is not exactly that impressive, but it just shows you it's going to become that much more difficult because what you have is you keep losing ranks, right? So it's going to be impossible. Right, it's going to take forever. This seems maybe about right, but I can't tell. There might have been like some compressor aspect. That is so fucking triggering though. Like, oh, you have to do an update for the first time in a long time, but then we'll reset all your settings and you can't figure out what they were before. All right, let's go with this. I could open a couple packs too, I guess, or as always, I forget exactly where we were at with this rotation of the hero, so hang on. But yeah, this is getting a little bit irritating, but I'll do the best that I can. Right, it's gonna count no matter what. I'm not gonna make an excuse. It's just a little bit, it's not really even about, like, again, oh, I could say my deck or something, but it seems like at times I've shown that I can... Oh, didn't even change my own title. Whoops. Whatever, who cares? Just fucking now I have to watch my own ad. Everything about this is just sort of pissing me off, just because, you know, I have to give up my normal schedule and stuff too to do it. And I'm not even gonna really have time to do it. So this is the sort of thing I shouldn't really do, right, in my current schedule, because it just kind of pisses me off. But to the extent that I would have been able to do it, like, could I have done it if I brute forced it and play like 12 hours a day? Maybe, but it shouldn't really take that long either, so... I think I lost as combustible, or maybe I won as no, I couldn't have won. So I lost as combustible, and I lost probably as infinity. Sometimes it's a little confusing, because if I do a viewer game, then it's something different. So infinity, so we go to the should go to the Yeti next, and then from combustible we go to obviously Wall Knight. I just sort of do it in a certain order. either in the order that I like them or the order that I think they perform, something like that. The quality of their collection. No, wait, I just said the Yeti. It's easy to confuse the two, but that's basically what he is. Like, they're the same kind of bulky, buff guys. But one of them is somehow sneaky at the same time. Alright, so we'll just try a couple. Somebody's always fucking online, right? I don't know if he just said that now or if that's old. Rank 50 should give free wins. 1, 2. So this guy's pretty good. This is one of those like sort of meta cards. And so you would be able to, you know, it's just something good that I happen to get. It's not like I'm in any control of it. And I wouldn't even say my collection's bad, but it's, again, it's like mid-tier where you're not really going to be able to beat the absolute best of the best. But even though that seems like a waste, it's the fact that I want to save this somehow for a more direct use of the effect. So if I can do it more optimally. It'd be interesting to see, like, how many rank 50s he plays there. Is it going to be that different than what you see here? Like, because I have played one before. It's just like maybe there aren't that many in the game, period. Well, I know he's not rank 50, but I mean, like... because that can happen all the time. Like, you know, oh, it doesn't matter what rank you are. You know, I'm like rank 20 and I get ranked against a match rank 50 or rank 40s all the time. So it's totally bullshit the way that they do that. Or you could do this, I guess, too. He might try to fuck around with some sort of team up. Yeah, that's what's so brutal, too. So the rank 50 is just showing off. And so you don't even get to do anything. So who is actually the one rank 50? Savage. Yeah, it doesn't seem like anybody else is even going to do it this month, including myself. I mean, obviously he can do it because he's already 40 plus, but... let's see, this seems about okay. Maybe there's just some compressor setting that is off, but... let's see, this is a little bit annoying because... you're not really even trying to... oh, I should have done this and maybe flipped it back. Would have been better. Heal all plants in the hero for 1. So you could do like both of these now, but it almost becomes a or now it won't even work. He's down to 7, so I mean it would have been so good just to... right, so I should do this on there, I guess. Or almost I shouldn't do it. He's already done the healing, so maybe it doesn't matter. I don't want to let this drag on too long. Maybe I'll just take my chances and do the bounce, but if I just destroyed that, we would have almost... okay. The bonus attack thing doesn't even matter. Have to hope it's something good, I don't know. At least we'll kill that then. So heal for a little more. And that kind of was an unfortunate sequence, but even if I had done this, it wouldn't have saved anything. Okay, dude. You're still presenting lethal, so it might be better not to do that, but to do whatever he puts in front here. Or when destroyed, deal 6 damage to the zombie hero. But the biggest point is just the healing that we have to stop there. Okay, so that wasn't too bad of a game. Right, so now we have to figure a way to, you know, win like 4 in a row and we'll get to 32. But even if I do that, it's not going to be very meaningful because... wait, how do I have a new card here? Wait, what? Where did that come from? Event card? Wait, what the fuck? When did I get that? Maybe I shouldn't be allowed to use it? When and how the fuck did I get that? I didn't buy an event card. I don't even have enough to get it. Maybe everybody just got that anyway? Or maybe it was like a hero quest? I'm so confused where that even came from. Or maybe forgetting to rank 30 or something? I don't even know. But I would have seen it before. Whatever, I probably won't use it anyway. But yeah, that's the one thing I said I argue we shouldn't be able to do either, is to use a actual... to get the event cards, but that seemed fair because, you know, you can't get them any other way, like from a pack, so... And I'm so surprised that I've never gotten a hero from a pack. Like, if I did, I would incorporate it in and I could use it. And that hero will be the one that's able to get me to rank 50 because it'll be like a zombie besides Super Brains. They can use Bad Moon Rising that's just better or something, but it'll be like one of these, like the Smash or the Yeti plus Bad Moon Rising capability. Yeah, we'd love to get to 32, but even if I do, I'm falling behind in the pace. You know, you have like 2 weeks, 14 days left. And so even if I get like 1 rank a day, it's not enough. It would have to be more than that. And some days, like yesterday, I got 0 ranks, so I'm screwed. Alright, that's not too bad, as long as we get like a 2 cost card somewhere in here. 43, yeah, see how somebody who's even using probably a much better deck than me, or much better decks, is still struggling at rank 40 something, so what do I expect is going to happen? And the hardest part is when you start losing the stars. If you didn't lose stars, I could have totally done it, right? I could have abused the win streak, and you saw how I was doing that. Because yeah, I would lose like 3 in a row, or 5 in a row sometimes, but then I would win like 3 in a row, and that would be enough to get another rank. So it didn't matter. Now it matters because I can't do anything. I should arguably just focus playing on left more, but I just assume that they're going to do that, so... You know what I mean? Like, now they have to leave themselves exposed here based on what they play. Steal the block meter, I'm not really too crazy about it, but again, it's just a net positive effect. It's one of those best kind of effects in a game because you know you're going to get it every single time because the block meter is always going to be a thing. Or arguably, I should have worried about the bean thing. This isn't even meant to be an aggro deck, but I'm playing it like it is. Right, normally you would do that. You would try to trade and get rid of everything. Is he really going to beat me with the bean meme guy? Because nobody ever really uses that very seriously. But why would he even do it that way if you could have saved yourself? They're gonna go ahead do the buff depending on whatever he plays. I might regret leaving that around for so long. But this would kind of even itself out in a way that I don't want it to do. So I'll make it a 4-5 and he'll become a 3, but it doesn't matter because it's not gonna work anyway. Pretty low on cards though, and again, some of these matches are pretty favorable because they're a lot lower, but and that's a bit of a clown play, but it must mean that he's about to finish me off. All because I left the bean around. Whether I really would have been able to get rid of it or not, I don't even know, but right, just for this stupid effect, he's gonna do it. Clearly, he's going to have a synergy with that, right? It's not just incidental value that he's doing. So you will get the frenzy effect off. He's very low, and I will get saved by the block meter, or not. I even say it as that's happening. I will get saved by the block meter. Okay. This is what I mean. Like, it's just not consistent. And you could say maybe it's because I'm switching the hero so much, but I like to give them variety. And if you lose a game, you should be punished by, you know, having to go through that, where I don't play as you for a while. And I don't know what I was trying to do with that mulligan. I've been having trouble with mulligans a lot more lately, where normally I would always get low cost stuff because that's mostly what I have. All of a sudden I feel like I'm using top heavy decks when they're really not. Which with this guy, you would almost want that. Right, it would be good if I had a lot of high cost cards, because I always get to the point where I can play them. Let's see what it's at now. Like 31.5, and this is kind of just bothering me, but... or no, it's all the way at 36, which seems actually way too high. We'll go ahead, we'll do that. I do love the mirror nut, but you're not always going to just win games because of that alone. This guy seems a little bit wasteful, but it's okay. I mean, anything with team up, anything that's a nut. You see how it separates it. Peanut could be one word, just like the name is, but it's a pea and a nut, because those are two different archetypes. So it's actually kind of a little bit oddly written that way. So we'll go ahead, we'll tank for this, or we could try to get rid of that too. I don't know. Or no, the way you should do it is like this, so you kill both. Yeah, again, it's not that I can't win a certain number of games at this level or whatever you want to say. It's just that you cannot win them consistently enough, you know, to be able to win 5 in a row, or not even 5 in a row, but enough out of a set to, you know, get the 5 stars. It's going to be very, very difficult to do that. And there's so many of these close call kind of games that makes it seem maybe like you could, but everything would have to kind of go perfectly for you too. You have the Starch Lord, but I almost don't even want to play it. And the reason why I don't want to play it is because I don't want to leave that guy around. You know, we can do that, but we can save it for later then. How about that? So I'll accept the fact that I'm going to have to waste a mower on that and assume that he doesn't have anything better. So then I'll just try to win with the Starch Lord, which is everybody's favorite meme. And the fact that he's not a legendary is actually kind of surprising. These are two cards that feel like they almost could be legendaries with the amount of impact that they have. Right, and that is such a good one to get. Anything kind of high cost like that. So you could do, you may as well just do this. I mean, it seems kind of like a waste, but I just let it get kind of out of control. Play it on heights. Actually, that will be fine, though, because it is a root, but now it fucks around there. That almost simulates like him jumping off of a plank into the water, like he was, you know, on the wooden height part of it. Okay, this will be good. This will be good. You know, my goal is often just fill up as many lanes as possible. So this is untrickable, conjure root. I don't see a problem with that. So all our lanes are full, so I don't see what else we could want. Maybe that nut damage would have been worth it to do, but I only have a couple things out there anyway. And of course, I love the untrickable aspect. Bro thinks he's, what's the name of that card even in Hearthstone? I forget. Tyrantus? Or it's the 12-12 elusive one that I love so much as a druid. That's pretty much the same concept, like a big statted dinosaur with untrickable, but this isn't quite as high cost or anything. 10 mana, 12-12, so I can just use invincibility now, and I should be generally good. And strike through would probably be good as well. Look at the shit that we have. Like, we could last a long time here. This is kind of like the high level meta matchup thing that I would see. Like, oh, this is the kind of game that I could never win. I could never beat a deck like what I'm playing against here. But the reality is that I wouldn't need to do it because... And I still don't even win, though. Right now I have to hope that I don't die before I can still finish him off, which is weird. So all gravestones here and next door. The strike through could still... Oh, okay, dude, okay. All these cards and nothing will save me, huh? The act of him hitting that. This could be one of those rare, like, double kill moments, couldn't it? Because... he'll hit that and kill himself potentially. So what a fun interaction this is going to be, where it's going to come down to bullseye, plant evolution. I'm not really sure actually what's happening. Like, whoever gets the block meter wins. So am I gonna get the block meter? Is he gonna get the block meter because he's hitting that? But how does that even make sense? If like, what about the mirror nuts effect? So like his hit triggers before my hit, even though it should be happening at the same time, right? Where he hit that, so it could have triggered his block meter, but I guess it just happens afterwards. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck that thing came from though either. The scaredy cat. Maybe everybody just got it somehow. Or it could be a bug, so that'll be like I'm cheating and invalidate the whole thing. Just do like one rotation of all the heroes, I guess, if we can even. Or until I get to 31. Now we'll be going back to my old style of doing it. Like every session I'll just do every hero once, and if I can't do it, right, until they lose. Look how hard this actually is. Again, it all just comes down to the deck. I would just have to use a meta deck, the best deck in the game, which within reason I could probably make one by now, but only one. Like I could disenchant every other card. Yeah, these are the wins we really need. Sometimes I think it's because, oh, they're a lower rank, so they're like afraid of me, but it's really not, because they're it's a case where I'm actually lower ranked than they are. Yeah, that's one thing. Also, Hearthstone doesn't show you your opponent's rank anymore to imply that it could be bots or bad matchmaking like this. Like, at least, despite how bad the matchmaking is in this game, it should let you, no, it at least lets you see what rank they are. It should show you what rank you are, though, too, as your, whatever. Not like you don't know, but just for the, if you're streaming it, you can show off, or you can show, like, what, maybe that's why they don't do it. So you show this, like, look how shitty the matchup is. The fact that, oh, I'm 30 and I'm playing 50, or I'm 50 and I'm playing 30, or whatever. There's no limit, either. It could be, like, over double, or whatever. You got Rose, who can be annoying as hell. This could be pretty good if you buff it, but... And Rose isn't the type who wants to go face anyway, so... You could, like, buff and do that. Yeah, that'll be the only way we get a rank, is if we get a couple disconnects or a couple, you know, freebie wins like that. Or again, even, like, low-rank matchups, but even this is, like, lower rank, so... It's just gonna absorb it fully. That's pretty satisfying. The problem is the hunt is gonna throw me off here a little bit. So maybe I shouldn't do it. Right, the intention behind that is the simple fact that I thought I replaced this guy with something else I got recently too. Maybe that was with a different deck. This guy is beastly. Okay, that's very predictable, but there's nothing I can do about it. I mean... guy is holding up pretty well though too, and the defensive nature, I love that when you just get fully mitigated by that, like you absorb everything they do. So this is I don't really understand because the problem that's going to happen is you're never going to be able to kill that for the entire rest of the game, and I'll end up losing because of it. This is pretty much what happens with this. Now that might count as a pet though, so then it'll buff that, but not really because that thing's no longer around. You know, like we've seen this movie before, that this thing is gonna single-handedly fucking wreck me. That guy did absorb quite a bit of damage though, that was pretty worth it. We got a 3 in that, we should do it like with this for, even if I buff it, it still won't be strong enough though. At some point this becomes very non-interactive because they'll just always have a freeze effect, right? So you can't do anything. Either way I would have buffed it, neither one would have died. That would have had 1, this has 1. Because of that bad math and because of this bad curve, I'm not going to actually be able to do anything. No, you would think I should like these kind of cards because, oh, it's going to cuck their block meter in a way that I always hate the block meter. He's going to keep it just out of arm's reach, or actually not. That'll still trade in, so thankfully, it's just dumb luck though. Thankfully, they didn't have a freeze effect. And now when I summon something big, they're going to have one just to kill it. This card can be super, super annoying. You know, I should almost play it like that, as dumb as that seems, because you're going to have another freeze, and so this is what I mean, dude. Oh, it's not here and next door, it's just next door. That was even a waste, I don't know why I did that. Yeah, if he has a freeze effect, there's nothing I can do about it. I mean... Deal 4 draw card. At least they're running a bit low on cards, but this is like a very good mid-range matchup though. Okay, because it's like we've lasted so long and nobody's even low on health or anything. Yeah, like this is honestly one of the least interactive things you can do because everything you're doing they're just countering and there's nothing I can do about it. Are they gonna run out of freezes now, or is that what their whole deck is? Like, see this sort of synergistic element that there's nothing... You don't have the opportunity to actually do anything, man. He's out of cards, but now it's a little bit too late. This is the one thing I always lack, because it's like... I might have some good cards, but I don't have those kind of synergies that clearly his deck is built in a very specific way with the very specific interactions, like where you're getting maximum value, like, oh, look at me with the little pet thing. But even then, you know what I mean? It's not really a pet deck. There's a couple pets in here, there's a little bit of synergy, but it's not really top level. Okay, that's fine. I mean, at least this game is fast-paced for what it's worth, but it's very clear that a lot of these games you just can't win. Like, no matter what else I maybe would have tried to do, it just wouldn't have worked. Okay, we'll just do one more here. So, Green Shadow, who has had a couple good streaks for me here. Maybe even the one who got me to rank 31 in the first place. So yeah, I'm just not getting the vibe that I can do it. I can't even complain about time because I'm even not doing any of my other categories, even though I still don't feel like I have enough time on top of that, but there's nothing more I could really ask for in doing this, like... That's okay, at least we have a decent curve here. That is a little bit annoying of a first turn, but it's okay. Moves on me to this lane, which that effect is kind of wasted then. Or I could have gone here to that. Well, but then what would have been the point? You know, it might be worth it to do that, especially if I get rid of the 3-3. Because it's such a difficult start that we've had here. You can do this, but it'll trade in sort of unfavorably, so I'd rather... And you kind of already know what he might play, but I guess he didn't. Or it'll be the same sort of thing. So it will buff that up and kill my shit. So I should still do it, though. Or I maybe should have done it... I maybe... No, but nothing... I don't know. Not like I really care about the effect of the mushroom, but... You know, the good thing here is he might burn out of cards because of how he's playing so seemingly aggressively, but... Played in an environment which may or may not actually happen. And so let me just go with that. Deals the block meter, which I'm not bothered by that much, but it can sometimes surprise you. The same exact dude again. Now it's more about playing a larger number of things, but there's only that's at least the most efficient way I could try to do that. That's fine as well, although maybe not so fine. And then we have to figure out if we can just survive this sort of onslaught, we'd have a good chance, but... Now we have a little bit of trouble here. You would think they would sort of burn out here at some point, but they're just not. Right, they have like basically nothing left in their hand. We are setting up to pretty much clear the board no matter what they have. That's beautiful because now they've got nothing left. Right, but this 4 health still leaves me pretty vulnerable. It almost is the sort of thing where you wish sometimes the green shadow had some heals with the superpowers and stuff, but realistically you could build it that way a little bit, but I don't really like healing, but okay. Right through is going to be difficult. You could freeze that. I almost want to freeze that, but you could put these two down, or you've gotten to the perfect circumstance now. If I only had a heal, I could totally win and reverse my fortune, but I'm just not going to get it. It's very unlikely they won't be able to get in like one more hit here. Even that I can't really deal with. This would be cute, but it's not really the time. I could maybe win with that if I get them a little bit lower first, but... Or now I'm gonna die anyway. Okay, dude, whatever, man. 200. Yeah, let's open a couple packs here. Or maybe I should do it next time. What we get could actually make a difference. If I get like a couple... I have gotten a couple legendaries recently too. It's like, you know, it could put me over the top of really making a difference in one of my decks. I should probably look through and try to change some of my stuff around, but I don't really know if... Maybe just for playing in October, it just gives it to you. When a plant trick is played, it gets +1/+1. It is pretty good, actually, so I'd have to see... Maybe I'll look up, like, if everybody just gets that automatically, then I don't mind using it.